All right, y'all. So I was just thinking about something today, and I decided to go live about it because it's been something that's been irking me, and I couldn't really 100% put my finger on it. And now it's starting to make sense why certain people really bother me because I know they trolling, and I know that most of these conversations about patriarchy, sexism, misogyny, um, all of this stuff is fake, and that's I knew it was fake, and I couldn't really fully understand my position or issue until now, because I was thinking about how all of these black women who are like, I guess you would consider them middle class or upper middle class, or they just dissociated from the black community. They wasn't raised around black people. They obviously was brought up, wealthy or semi wealthy in a two-parent home. That small minority of black women who don't represent the majority by a long shot, they're always speaking on certain issues, and I had a problem with it because I'm like, why are you in certain black spaces speaking on stuff that really don't have nothing to do with you? Like, you wasn't raised in a predominantly black community with aggressive, hypersexual, abusive males like that. Like, you didn't even grow up like that. And I notice how some of them are always talking about they're always trying to make a point to say that they grew up in the hood, or they grew up on food stamps or something. They'll make a little comment like that, and I guess to try to make themselves seem more relatable or something like that to certain class, certain demographics of black women. And it really irks me. It's always kind of gotten on my nerves, but I didn't know why. I didn't understand. Like, I'm like, okay, they just, they middle class or whatever. They must have came from poverty, and they got themselves out of poverty. They were able to go on to college and get a bachelor's degree, or make six figures, or whatever the case is, that's just what how my mind processed the things that they would say. But then I started, reading up on statistics, and really putting everything into perspective, and realizing that most black women who come from single mother homes, which are the majority, are working class. Like, a lot of them are working class, and even if they go on to get a college education, they usually end up poor, especially if they get married. They end up in debt, they end up poor, they end up struggling to raise kids. That's usually how it happens. Like, there's not a lot of black women who are percentage wise who are making six figures, or come from wealthy, or generational wealth, or wealthy. And it's like they always are speaking on, I feel like, topics that really don't concern them. It's just like, remember with Beyonce's mother when she did that documentary, and she was gassing up Negroes, and victimizing them, and saying that they're being racially profiled and misunderstood. And she made a comment about Jay-Z, and how some white woman had said to her that Jay-Z, she didn't understand why Beyonce would choose him, or get married to him, or whatever the case was. And she defended him and said that he's a CEO, and he this, that, and the third. And it was just delusion, because it's like most Negroes like him don't end up being CEOs. So what is your point? She basically said she made that whole documentary based on that comment that white woman made to her. And I'm like, well, you're not really, um, it don't seem like you're in a position to even have this conversation, because you're a little delulu. Because why would you make a whole documentary based on that one conversation, when most black males are not ever going to be CEOs, and they don't really have any money? But yet you wanted to make a documentary victimizing them, and making it seem as that, as though they're not what they are, like self-hating males who are poor, who are colorists, who are degenerate. She literally tried to deflect from the real conversation, and basically victimize Negroes, and make them look like they are a non-threat to black women. And it was just ridiculous. But that's how I be feeling about all of those upper class black women. They all do the same thing. I just noticed that every time I'm watching a video about child free women, you know what I'm saying? Every time I'm watching any kind of it's like These women are doing videos with a completion of TikTok videos talking about patriarchy, talking about women, child free women, just expressing why they want to be child free and the fact that a lot of men have a problem with them being child free. And I was looking at those videos, and I never seen any working class or poor black women or even middle class black women speaking on the subject matter, like expressing why they don't want to be child free. And I've yet to see a black woman in her 20s. Like, I don't never see any black women in their 20s who are young, who are just freshly going to college. They don't ever be speaking on, the subject matter about being child free or the reason why they're choosing to be child free or anything like that. And I just realized how orchestrated those, or how controlled those videos are. Like, they are clearly not random, talking points for the subject matter. It's like they're choosing a demographic of women to speak on being child free. Just like I noticed how it's a whole bunch of white women on those videos. Like, anytime you're talking about patriarchy or sexism, misogyny, it's mostly white women who are speaking on these subject matters. Like, when black women make these videos on having the conversation, they usually include a lot of white women talking about patriarchy and misogyny. And I'm like, why is it so? Why won't you get the women who are suffering, like who are on the lower end or the worser end of misogyny? Why won't you get them to talk more about it? Like, why do you always get these middle class ass white women, these upper class white women to talk about patriarchy? They're not even the ones who are really experiencing the worst part of patriarchy, or they're not living the lifestyle of somebody that's really being abused. So it's like, it don't make any sense to me that they keep doing that. But then I realized they were doing it to gaslight poor black women. That's what they're doing it for. A lot of people on social media are gaslighting poor black women about pregnancy, and they're doing it on purpose. It's not an accident. I don't feel like it's a coincidence. I think these people are getting paid to do that, and they are purposely doing it because they really, y'all have to understand about capitalism. They need a working class, they need a underclass, they need consumers, they need the people that make them rich to be reproduced. Okay? So they can make money. And that's what it's all about. And that's why they pay so many of these women to gaslight the crap out of poor black women. Because that's all that I see going on. It's like you don't get to see regular black women having this discussion. And as you can see with my content, they're always on my content, stalking my videos and stalking me. Okay? Because I'm the only one to be talking about this. I mean, you have other black female content creators who they were talking about, like Cynthia G and Nyla Says, or Nyla Vibes, whatever. Successful ladies. I've seen a few black women speaking about the real deal when it comes to poor black women, or black women who make a certain amount of money, and how they are being literally forced into poverty by getting married or having relations with these poor black males, and what it really looks like to be poor. Okay, or the real general income of black couples and married black couples, and breaking all of that stuff down. Usually their videos are, it don't seem like they get a lot of views. Cynthia was kicked off the network, and the other black women, like I said, they don't talk about that anymore. Like, they just stopped talking about it. They stopped, they made a few videos about it, but you would have to really go into their archives and find those videos, because they're not being recommended and they're not being discussed. So, and then also, I know on my timeline, like on my Facebook page, all my social media accounts, they keep promoting pregnant black women to me. Like, they always are gassing up these black celebrity women like Rihanna and Ashanti and Holly Bailey, and it's always it's a constant stalking. Like, I feel like it's almost harassment how much those videos are recommended to me when I'm not looking for it, and I'm not, that's not the main content that I watch. You know, I have a channel. Most of the videos I click on are talking about dysfunctional black issues or black males or something. So, but that's never recommended. Pregnant, happy black women who are fucking rich, who are celebrities, are the only ones that's like the only thing that's being recommended to me. Like I'm supposed to care about that crap when I don't care. So they really, it's an obsession. It's I mean, it's sick and depraved. Um, and it just shows me how easily it is to exploit poor black women, because y'all like poor black women are gaslit on all of their conversations. Like anything they're talking about is ignored, is gaslit, is they try to make sure it ain't getting any views, it's not talked about. I mean, it's psychotic. And then you have all of these Negro males who are poor, who are you know what I'm saying, pathetic. They are allowed to spew out all of this rhetoric to black women, and that shit is being constantly recommended to black women as well. So poor black males get to run their mouth and say whatever they want to say, stalking women because they're fucking poor and they don't have anything to offer, but they're able to say, you know, speak freely, and they're not silenced at all. Even if they're abusing you, even if they're abusing black women and they're making black women, you know, derogatory videos and comments about black women, it's not being stopped. Like they're not gaslit. Those videos be getting like 100,000 views and stuff like that. So yes, girl. And then that brings me to, you know, the conversation with this Harrison Butker speech. Okay, which I talked about on my last live, how, you know, he was just talking to pretty much upper class white women about how he feels, in his personal opinion, that their main value, white women's main value, those women, the class of women that he was particularly speaking to, their value to him was being mothers, and that he felt like their motherhood was very important, and their contributions to their households are and to children are very important. And I was just thinking about how his message was perceived, how white women, upper class white women, responded to his comments with aggression. They were really upset about it. They really went in on him. They were very aggressive about it. They wasn't even trying to see it from his perspective or anything. They wasn't trying to hear it. They literally, you know what I'm saying, had an issue. I don't know if the white women who were in the audience at the college who he was speaking to, I don't know if they had a problem with it, because it didn't sound like he got booed or anything like that. So they didn't really, I don't know if they seen a problem with it or not, but I know that the overall energy after he said what he said was met with resistance by white women, and they were allowed to freely express themselves about misogyny and patriarchy without being gaslit. Nobody attacked them. Nobody harassed them offline. No white males came after them. YouTube didn't come after them. TikTok didn't come after them. They weren't gaslit, lit, or silenced like black women are when we talk about the things that we talk about with the Negro male. Okay, and with white males, with patriarchy in general. As a matter of fact, them upper class black women, they're always gassing up white males. That's all I see black upper class women doing. Like they always are coming into black spaces and trying to gas up white men, which I find very disgusting and weird. And that's one of my main problems I've been having with them, is their constant glorification of white males under this patriarchal system that black women do not benefit from. We're like on the harsher end of patriarchy. We are more abused than any other race of woman in the country, yet we're gaslit. And then these women who are supposed to be upper class and got it all together, they're constantly glorifying the same males who are controlling the system that black women are being oppressed in, being double marginalized in, which don't make no sense to me. That's what's been really pissing me off. And I realize how those women are compromised and they're not to be taken seriously Because if they really cared about patriarchy and sexism and misogyny and black women being misused or mistreated or having children in dysfunctional situations, and then the conversation they would be having would be more broad than, just glorifying white males and telling black women to go find them a white husband, which is what you see most of them doing, which I feel like is a form of gaslighting poor black women. Because like I said, the black women who are going to be able to um, get a upper class white male, which is what these upper class black women are promoting, is to marry a upper class white male. Okay, because I know they're not talking about Trailer Park Brad, because they don't speak on Trailer Park Brad. The males that they are telling black women to date are not Trailer Park Brad. They don't show any images of Trailer Park Brad. That's not who they're talking about. When they show pictures and they do videos and content about, with interracial couples, those black women are upper class. They're not lower class. They're not working class black women. They're not poor. They're not right over the poverty line. These women are privileged because they grew up in a predominantly white community. So that means that their parents were more than likely wealthy. They didn't even grow up around black people. So why are you promoting that shit to all of these poor black women who are working class or right above working class? Why do you keep promoting to them these fucking upper class brads and these black women who are upper class who are, what I'm saying, marrying these brads? Like, why do y'all keep? And y'all know that's not the. If you look at the stats, if you look at the statistics with interracial marriage with black women and white men, I'm pretty sure that most of those marriages are not working class black women or even right above working class black women, like middle class black women. Because middle class black women, from what I looked up, those black women are literally right over the poverty line. They're fucking poor. Like, I mean, yeah, they're not dirt poor, working class poor, or poverty. They're not considered impoverished, but they're broke in my opinion, because based on how much money they make, their annual income is not that high. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, people are gaslighting the crap out of poor black women. And they keep doing it, and it's on every video. I don't even see, like I said, you would have to come to this sector of YouTube to hear real conversations. And it's not even a lot of black women like myself who are really having these real conversations about this whole patriarchy thing. Because I listen to other people's perspectives and stuff like that, but from what I see, it's mostly upper class black women who are trying to gaslight poor black women, because the stuff that they're saying, that they're telling those black women to do, it's like, and it seems like they're targeting their content to poor black, like working class black women, or middle class black women. They target their content to them. They have to be targeting those black women because that's the majority of black women in the country. They can't be targeting no other demographic. If they were just talking about upper class black women or whatever, then they wouldn't have a large following, because those black women are not. First of all, I think the majority of them probably not even entertaining that kind of content, because they grew up in an upper class community. So they have access to a lot of privilege that lower class black women don't have access to. So I don't think that, upper middle class black women would even be having a conversation about finding a man and the black community and the black male, degeneracy and all that crap. They wouldn't even be having that conversation, because it really doesn't apply to them. They're able to socialize and network way better at a higher status than, lower income black women. So I don't think a lot of low income black women, working class or middle class, I don't think they listening to their content. So, but when you're having a conversation with, with working class black women or middle class, then you have a real discussion, because you're dealing with misogyny on the highest level. You're dealing with degenerate males who are completely psychotic, who are colorist. They have so many problems. Like, colorism, misogyny, mental health. You got to factor in mental health, income. They dealing with all kinds of issues dealing with men that these upper class women do not have to face and deal with, because if you're privileged, you're going to have access to more resources. So you wouldn't be having that kind of problem in your community or amongst your own social circle, right? So, black women who are middle class and working class, they the ones that really have the real problem. And it seems like people be gaslighting the hell out of their conversation. They be doing it on purpose. I know they're doing it. It's just it don't make no sense. And they'll sprinkle a few working class, middle class black women in a certain conversation, certain spaces. But like I said, they'll gaslight them while they're talking about the issues that they face, in the dating world, or with just dating, or pregnancy or whatever like that. The fact that they don't want to get pregnant, they won't even allow poor like working class or middle class. They won't even allow them to speak on being child free. That's what I noticed. They don't never get to go on content and be like, I'm child free by choice. I don't want to have any children. I have no interest in getting married. As a matter of fact, I see a lot of videos about marriage being promoted to me, and I'm not interested in marriage. But those videos are constantly being promoted to me to watch on everything. And I'm talking about all over Facebook. They have these little Facebook groups talking about marriage, and then those pages are recommended to me, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, it don't make no sense. I'm like, why are they keep promoting these pages to me? You know what I'm saying? I don't care about marriage. I'm not interested in marriage. I don't watch that content. I don't. It shouldn't be a part of my algorithm because I don't go to content about marriage. Like, I do watch celebrity gossip. So if it's dealing with marriage in the context of celebrity gossip, like a celebrity drama or something with a celebrity person's marriage, then yeah, that makes sense that be recommended to me. But just group pages about marriage, like, I don't give a fuck about. And then, like I said, just like that video that I posted on my news feed just now with that black dude, I forgot what his name is. I watch his content and this other guy's content sometimes, and I listen to their conversations or whatever. And just the fact that he noticed that when on TikTok, when you had that trend going on with black women, um, you know what I'm saying, the black woman marriage train or wife trend or whatever. No, I was conflating two things. But anyway, it was something where black women are getting glorified for being married to non-black males and leveling them up or something like that, right? And then there was a black woman who made a statement that some white man said that, billionaires prefer black women, or black women are for grown-ups, or some shit like that, right? Whatever. And then he saw all of the content with black males heavily disparaging black women after that comment was made, even though I think the statement was fake. It wasn't a true statement. But yeah, they was trying to humiliate black. That's all these fucking males do on the internet. They keep trying to humiliate black women about being unpreferred, like somebody cares when nobody gives a damn. Like I said, I keep being recommended that content, and yeah, it makes no sense that I'm being recommended that trash because I don't watch it. So yeah, you know what I'm saying. The fact that he sees, all of these, the comment, the fucking normal reaction from these ashy Negroes when black women are being glorified when it comes to relationships or marriage. The common denominator is hatred that these males have. So why? I mean, we know about Kevin Samuels. We know about all of the manosphere beasts all over the internet running their mouths about black women 24/7 and making all this money talking shit about black women, right? Why do they keep recommending marriage pages to black women and marriage conversations to black women? Why are they trying to get black women to, especially working class, middle class black women, why are they trying to get them to value marriage so desperately? It's like a obsession because it keeps being it's almost like cyber stalking at this point. And why are they doing that when these males don't even want y'all? Clearly by the damn black married, the black wife little trend thing. I mean, clearly by that, they don't value marriage with black women. They don't even like you. They keep disparaging you and hating on you because you don't want them. So why did they keep advertising marriage to you just like Candace Owens? Why the hell um why the hell do they keep recommending these ashy males to you? Okay, they recommend these fucking low level black, poor, disgusting males who are not marriage material, who are not dating material, who are not just material, and then they keep promoting to you that you need to value marriage. That don't make no fucking sense at all. And the reality is, most working class, middle class black women don't value marriage. Why would they value marriage? They're at the worst end of patriarchy, so they would more so than any other woman not value marriage. Their marriage don't benefit them on any kind of level. Men don't benefit them on any kind of level because they're being abused in their own community. They have to deal with degenerate garbage in their own community. It's trash. It literally needs to be cleaned up by the government. Like these pieces of zombie trash walking around, victimizing people, harming people, poor, begging for money, just disgusting on the street. This is the communities they come from that, they can't even go to the corner store. They can't even go to the grocery store without being harassed. They wouldn't value marriage. With that trash that's out there begging for coins, that's who they supposed to marry? Or some poor black male who don't even make no kind of money, like just poor and have multiple baby mamas? That's usually what's going on in the black community. There are no eligible men walking around trying to get married. That doesn't even, damn near slim to zero, exist. Most of them don't graduate out of college. They don't even value school, education, or college, or none of that. They don't value women. They don't value children. And those women are marginalized by their race too. It ain't just their gender; it's their race too. So they got two things they have to deal with. Why would they value marriage? But they keep trying to promote to those black women to value marriage. They just keep doing it. I see it everywhere. It's fucking ridiculous. Then they think they're gonna use some celebrities, like somebody give a fuck about them. Those people are celebrities. Those are not regular ass black women on the street. They walk around the street and walk around in real life every day. Those are celebrity women. So that's a celebrity lifestyle, which is different than a regular woman's lifestyle. So why the fuck would you recommend? Why are you trying to use those women to promote to black women that value marriage? Like, y'all see the brainwashing here? You don't have shit to do with that community. You're not upper class. You're not rich. You don't come from no damn fucking wealthy background. But yet you're more gaslit than any other women talking about your issues. Like, everybody else is allowed to say whatever the hell they want to. Just like I was watching, like I said, those videos about child-free women. I was watching those videos, and it was only upper class black women explaining why they were child-free and didn't want to get married and didn't want to have children. So why are they allowed to say that, but then poor black women are not allowed to say that? So black males are poor, and then also if you're talking about proximity, you're talking about people just dating who they have proximity or who they in proximity to, right? Because that's always a conversation about, oh, well, you date on the same class level that you're supposed to date on, and I mean that you have access to because you don't have access to whatever whoever. Okay, so you wouldn't value marriage because you were you're working class. And working class, middle class black women are better than working class, middle class black males. Like they end up being more financially stable and more educated than a working class or middle class black male. And that's just the facts. Statistically, we do better than them. Especially when you come to middle class, that's when black women are outshining Negroes to the max. So why the fuck would they value marriage with these low level, low performing males? Why the fuck are you telling them to value that when you already know the proximity thing is a thing? So it's like, bitch, no, I'm not gonna value marriage with poor, broke ass men. Like, why would I do that? You see how that don't make any fucking sense? So they clearly are trying to set you up as a black woman. They just trying to set your ass up. That's why you have these stalkers in my chat. They won't leave me alone. I'm gonna block their asses out of here. And yeah, I'm going to block this stupid ashy bitch because he's a liar. See, these Negroes, they're always lying. They're always stalking someone. Like, you're not going to convince me this all these little middle class black couples that's trash. Those women are poor, they're stressed out, and they're struggling to pay their bills, bitch. I'm one of them. So why are you trying to tell me what the fuck I know? I come from that community. I come from the middle class community. And I have friends, I have people that I'm associated with, and I know what we're all dealing with these Negroes, and it's pretty horrible. And it would be because you live under patriarchy, you live under white supremacy and patriarchy, sexism, misogyny. Why would you be doing good? This Negro is a liar sitting here saying that it's all these successful black. No, the fuck it's not. You have 75% of black women who are single mothers, so that's not possible. There's only a small percentage of. I mean, that's why these psychos are always stalking this content. They're liar. They're just deceptive, depraved maniacs, and they keep lying and stalking people over the internet. This is my point. You see how they trying to? Because I am middle class, right? So that's why they're stalking me. They don't stalk no. They wouldn't stalk no upper class black woman. That's not the ones they want to sexually stalk and harass. They don't care about them because they're privileged. Okay, they represent a very small minority of black women, so nobody comes for them for stating facts. Like, I go on their videos all the time. These upper class black women, I go on their videos all the time, and I see nobody harassing them. They don't really get. It's mostly women who are being civilized, talking to them, and having a dialogue, having a exchange of information, or having a calm, rational conversation. They don't deal with the stalking, troll, rapists, these psychotics on the internet. But they only do that to poor black women, because I do know other black women like myself who are middle class who make content. They rarely get any views. They're completely gaslit. When you go in the comments of black women specifically talking to those black women and about their specific issues, that's when you have these stalker ass males stalking their content, because they don't even just stalk like my chat room like they're doing now. They don't do that. They also stalk comments too. I notice how certain black women are target for these stalker males on the internet making comments to them. Like, they'll just keep stalking them. And then there's certain other women, like white women, non-black women, they just don't get no response. They can say the same things. Pretty much they can say the same exact thing. And yeah, it won't be nobody saying anything. And that's what I find interesting. That's how I know, poor black women or middle class black women are target, because yeah, they won't say anything to a white woman or a non-black woman who's so-called middle class in her community, because I feel like black middle class is called black middle class for a reason. It's because it's not really middle class. It's poor. But they try to make up, they gotta fake it like black people are middle class when they're not. You feel me? So they do this little trickery and fuckery to make black women think that they are successful when they're not. It's clear by the community, just looking at the community and the condition, especially in working class, middle class communities. It's trash there. It ain't nothing but filth. But they want black women to think they middle class when they're not. So, yeah, that's what really be going on, y'all. That's why, you know what I'm saying, like I said, you go on certain black women's content, that's why you always have them stalker ass, beastly ass, wild animal ass, primitive ass males on the comments, won't leave them alone, won't shut the F up. Because they're stalking you. You are who they care about getting pregnant because you are who they exploit the most. They exploit your labor more than anybody else's labor. They exploit your pregnancies more than anybody else's pregnancies. You see how you're so essential to these pieces of crap, these freaking parasitic ass maniacs. That's why they gaslight the crap out of you. I don't know why, and that's what I was trying to explain to certain, black women, that when you're middle class, you're poor in the black community. So when you thinking that you're a token black woman and you think you're upper class because you see all these upper class black women running their mouths and you think you're a part of that group, you're not. More than likely, you're not, and you think you are because you've been brainwashed into thinking you are, but really you're not. The misogyny and the sexism and the racism that you face is far worse than that upper middle class black woman. She's not even dealing with none of the stuff you're dealing with. So yes, okay, that's the real deal of what I'm dealing with on this internet. That's why these stalkers won't leave me alone. Period. And that's why these upper middle class black women won't shut the F up. Okay, because they're always in my roaming around in my comments. I don't even know if they upper class black women. I think most of these people are white. They just be trying to act like they're black when they're not. That's what I think really going on. Like, I do see the upper class black women making content, making videos, but I don't think they just roaming around having discussions with random black women on the internet and making little dumb comments. But anytime I hear a black woman glorifying white males as marriage partners or to date, I already know she's upper middle class. Either she upper middle class or she's upper class. Because that's the only stupid ass women who would be saying the things they be saying, because I don't see any other demographics of black women saying that, especially working class, middle class black women. I don't see them glorifying white males like that. And if they do end up glorifying white males, they end up with trailer park Brad. And that's the sad part, because they don't even, I don't know if they know that and understand that they're not upper class, and they don't understand this privilege with being upper class. I don't think they understand about class. And that's their problem. I think they want to bank on the ignorance of black women. They want you to be ignorant to these facts so that you will gas up these males for no reason. Because if you are educated and understand what's going on, and you understand about class, and you understand about economics, you understand about racism and sexism, and you get educated about those kind of topics, you won't gas up men anymore as a poor woman, as working class or middle class. See, they promote this male worship crap to you poor black women more than they do anybody else. Just like they promote these hood rat relationships to y'all more than anybody else. If you really look at upper class people, they don't get those dysfunctional relationships promoted to them. When the hell do you ever see upper class people, or even white people in general, being promoted a Krishan Rock or one of these hood rats? In their case, it would be like a trailer park person. It wouldn't be a ghetto person, from the projects, like from the hood. It would be more like a trailer park white dude, or lower middle class white boy and a lower middle class white woman, or working class, one of them. You don't even see those relationships being advertised. Just like on Love and Lockup, the TV show, most of those women are dating black dudes, like the lower, them working class white women. Sorry about that, y'all. But yeah, them lower class white women on Love and Lockup, you don't never see them dating a white dude. I mean, you do see a sprinkle of them, but most of them are dating poor black males. So they would kind of like represent a poor black middle class, like poor working class black couple. Even though it's a white woman, it's still the same as being a black couple because the dude is not white. So that's the point. You don't see that shit being promoted to poor white women. They don't have poor white women don't have no promotion. To be honest, they don't have no couples or poor couples being promoted to them. It's like they basically just being told to come fuck with a black dude. So yeah, that's what you see more often than not. You see all of these poor um, white women being told, I mean, being having poor black males advertised to them, and which is it's really sick when you think about it because they keep trying to promote marriage to you poor black women or middle class black women, but yet they are promoting to Becky when she's poor to go date a black dude. So how does that make sense? Then if you look at the working class, middle class black males, a lot of them are dating interracially by percentage. Or they I don't know if they dating interracial. I'm gonna say they married. Because we already know the more income that comes in for an ashy Negro, the more likely he is to date interracially. So it would be the middle class, upper middle class, or middle class black males who are dating interracially probably the most. I mean, not dating, but married interracially. You wouldn't have working class, middle class, black males that marrying interracially like that because they don't get married. They just go around making baby mamas and shit while they sitting here telling you middle class black women to value marriage with these same pieces of shit, which don't make any sense at all. Just craziness, y'all. Makes no sense at all. But you just see that marriage promotion crap on social media all day. It's just nonstop. Then they keep promoting, like I said, these little hood rats. Why would you be Krishan Rock and value marriage? Or any Holly Bailey, any of them? Look at this shit they dealing with. Like garbage. Trash. Who the fuck in the right mind would want to marry those dudes? I don't even know why Holly got pregnant by that trash. And I don't understand why Keke Palmer got pregnant by that trash. It don't make any sense. I mean, they clearly didn't want to eat because it's clear that neither one of them had any standards on getting married because neither one of them got married before they had got pregnant. So neither one of them was looking to marry either one of those pieces of garbage. However, they were dumb enough to get pregnant by them though. Like this, how stupid these young black women are. They just dumb. Like if you don't see him as marriage material and you're not trying to encourage marriage with him, like encouraging him to marry you. If you're not doing that, then why the hell would you get married? I mean, get pregnant. Why did you allow yourself to get pregnant when you ain't even like him like that? Because in my opinion, if you ain't trying to get married to these dudes and you're not saying, well, let's get married, then have a baby or something like that. If you ain't even thinking on that level, then to me, it seems like you don't even really value that dude like that. Like you know that you don't want to be married to him. Like basically in your mind, you planning on not being with him. More than likely because he don't really want to be with you. That's why you thinking like that. Like I'm not getting married to him. I'm not trying to even have a marriage conversation with him because the fuck the way he out here, it ain't no point of even having that discussion. So the sad part is a lot of young black women don't value marriage and they really just value getting pregnant and being a baby mama. It's so many glorified baby mamas. They don't really glorify baby mamahood in the in non-black communities like that. Those women are not being encouraged to be single mothers or be baby mamas. That shit is more encouraged in the black community than anywhere else. Why? Because they know that these males don't want to marry you, black women, especially working class, middle class. They don't want to marry you. Those are scums of the earth. They don't want to marry anybody. They just want to give you AIDS or some kind of a disease, or give you unwanted kids that you're going to have to provide for the rest of your life. That you and your mammy going to be providing for the rest of your life, because more than likely you came from a single mother home, which means you don't have no stable father. So you ain't gonna be able to really ask him for no money like that. You ain't gonna be able to get no support from him. So more than likely you're gonna be getting a lot of support from your mother, because that Negro that you got pregnant by, he ain't gonna be doing shit. He's poor and ignorant. So why would he be a resource to yourself? Like, absolutely not. So that's another reason why middle class, you know what I'm saying, working class black women wouldn't value marriage. They see a lot of black women getting pregnant out of wedlock and being taken care of by their mothers with no men around to do shit. No uncles, no brothers, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Not no real help like that. You know, maybe a little help, but not really. And then in those, I think those are majority of black women who are dealing with domestic violence and getting killed. I mean, more than likely it would be a poor, working class, middle class black male who would be more inclined to kill you in a relationship than any other male group. Maybe that's not true, but I think it would be true, because they're the most violent. Like, the lower income, the more impoverished the man is, the more violent he becomes, right? So yeah, those males are the highly likely to kill you, right? So yeah, a lot of those black women are seeing their other fellow black women getting killed, murdered, or their mothers left single mothers, dealing with poor, impoverished males who can't keep a job, don't want to work, you know, that kind of shit. So they wouldn't value marriage. Why are they trying to get y'all to value marriage is my question. Wouldn't marriage be for upper class black women? Wouldn't they be the ones who have the most eligible men to choose from? So marriage shouldn't be promoted to poor black women. It should be promoted to upper class black women only. They the only ones that should value marriage. I think they encouraging marriage because they trying to keep you black women in a poverty. That's what it looked like to me. Is there any black women in my chat? Any black woman listening? Because I got, 59 people watching, but I got a sneaking suspicion that these are mostly degenerate, psychotic, stalker males who are watching this video, or some white supremacists or something. So I don't know if it's some real black woman in the comment, who's actually listening. But anyway, yeah. So I just noticed all of these things being really strange. Then also, I think that the majority of the working class, middle class black males are gay too. I think they more likely to be gay. I think a lot of black males are likely to be gay, especially because I mean, if you don't have no established manhood, you'll fuck anything if you don't have a code of conduct. You feel me? So a lot of these lower income, and also I think those are the main black males giving black women AIDS too, like all these diseases and shit, like monkeypox and stuff like that. It would be the poorer black males who don't have access to, they don't have insurance. They don't get checkups like that. They don't go get themselves checked. They would be the ones giving most of the diseases as well. So a lot of them are gay. They be taking it in the booty hole. So yeah, y'all, that's what's really going on. That's why I had to cuss that girl out yesterday, or whatever day it was when I went live and she started running her mouth. That's what, because them upper class, oh, I live in a white community ass women, they really irk me. It's like, why are you over here? If you're not middle class or lower than middle class, then don't come over here. Cause girl, you're privileged. I consider you privileged because you don't live in a black predominantly black community. And I feel like if you don't live there and you live mostly amongst white people, you have access to certain privilege that poor or working class or middle class black women don't have access to. And my whole point of telling black women not to give birth is because if you're trying to get yourself to that upper class, it's hard. It's gonna be hard as hell to get there. Like, but I think it's easier to get there if you don't have any kids. That's my whole point. It'll be easier to get where those women are who's making that kind of money if you don't have children. If you have children, you just putting yourself in debt, period. You're going to be poor. You're not, it's like, I'll say you 90%, you're 90%, you have a 90% chance of being poor when you have children as a black woman if you come from the middle class community or whatever. If you come from middle class, you're highly likely to be poor if you have children. Period. Because remember the proximity thing. These mother effers be out here trying to play y'all. So remember the proximity thing where they're saying you only gonna date on your level. If you date a middle class Negro and you're middle class too, girl, you're gonna be poor. Period. Ain't no way in hell to get out of it. How? He not gonna get you out of it. Well, like, what the F? You really think a middle class black man gonna get you out of poverty? Or a working class? You know working class ain't gonna do shit. Like, working class mean you just poor for life. Like, I'm sorry. That's just how that works. So the fact is, you get married to a middle class nigga, you're going to be, you guaranteed to be poor if you have his children. You are not going to level up. You're not getting no bachelor's degree. You ain't doing none of that crap. So these are the points. The lower class black women, I just feel sorry for because they're completely ignorant. I think that poor, like, lower class black women probably don't even have access to nothing. They probably don't even. First of all, I know my videos ain't being recommended to nobody. It's clear by my views and my subscribers. They kept flagging my videos down for years and years and years, trying to stop me from getting any kind of recognition or getting any kind of subscribers or whatever. So I know that they target black women who are saying what I'm saying to the max. Like, they'll run them the hell off YouTube. So them poor black women who are working class, they'll never hear no content like this. All that's gonna be recommended to them is garbage videos about just talking about nothing. Like, Croissant, Rock, celebrity gossip, manosphere bitches who won't shut the F up. That's probably the only thing they seeing all day, and it's sad, but that's all they have access to. Because these women are uneducated, so they don't know nothing. They know nothing in life. Their mama ain't teaching them nothing because their mama, more than likely, is working class. If their mama's not middle class, then that's less likely for them to be properly educated. Because they daddy ain't shit. If the mama's, if she's middle class, I mean working class, then that means that more than likely she doesn't have a male in the house. And even if she does, he's completely dumb and uneducated, and the mama's literally taking care of him like a child. He's one of her kids, basically. So she ain't about to get no information from her mom. So yeah. So yeah, I feel sorry for those little black girls. Those black girls are very hypersexualized in society. Their mothers are hypersexualized. They're victims of misogyny and white supremacy. So they are completely on the horrible end of sexism and misogyny. So those women are sexually exploited on the highest level. And because their daughters are sexually exploited on the highest level. So they not going, it's like, that's why I gave up. Because, I mean, you can't even give up on something you can't reach them, is the point. Like, you can't reach them. They don't even care about shit. Right. So, the only way, like I said, the only The only thing that makes any kind of logical sense is if you're middle class. If you're a middle class black woman, the only way you're gonna level up is to not have any children, and that's why they're trying to keep you in debt. They're trying to encourage marriage to you to keep you in debt, because as soon as you get married, you're gonna stay middle class, or you probably gonna be drugged down to the working class. But if you stay child free, then you're able to level up and get a higher education and be more qualified for certain job positions where you would make a decent amount of money. But they know if that happens, they know if you do level up and you're more qualified for certain job positions, they know that you're less likely to date a working class black male, i.e., the whole bus driver thing with that black woman that was talking about she wouldn't date a bus driver. So that's the point. They always trying to keep you down, right? So they don't want you to be. That's why they encouraging black women who haven't graduated out of college. They're encouraging them to value marriage, but they don't encourage them ashy fucking gorilla fiends. They don't encourage them to care about marriage. They're telling you to value marriage, but as a young black woman, all you seeing is a whole bunch of homos, Negroes who value light skin over everything in their life, poor, working class Negroes. They telling you to marry these dudes. Because, I mean, they telling you to value marriage. Just like Candace Owens' goofy ass, which is why we had a problem with her as well. Because she's telling you the foundational black family is the thing that's going to help you get out of poverty and is going to help you clean up all of your issues. She's a complete liar. That's why the bitch herself doesn't have a black husband. I mean, it's always these upper class wenches running their mouth, but when you look at their spouse, he's not black. How you look telling black women that the foundational black family is so important and essential to, saying you succeeding in life or whatever her point was, but then yet you don't have a black husband yourself. That's just ridiculous. Then I Googled and looked up, I was trying to see marriages, black, black women married and the age. I wanted to see the age of most black, I wanted to see the age of most married black women. And then some article came up talking about millennial black women are postponing marriage or something like that. And I'm like, what the fuck you trying to gaslight millennial black women for? Because I didn't look that up, but it just came up to say, oh, the reason why. It was like trying to give me an excuse of why millennial black women weren't married. I know why millennial black women ain't married, because we don't have shit to choose from. That's why we not married. But that article tried to suggest that we're postponing marriage and we're the ones putting it on hold. Bitch, how the hell? See, that's why the hell you had all of those images of black women. You had all of those images of black women proposing to these Negro males and getting on bended knee, and because this is what they want y'all doing, y'all. These dudes are gay as hell out here. These dudes are effeminized homos, and they're trying to get you to be his wife. Really, they want you black women going around seeking your wife in marriage. That's what they're really trying to implore you to do. And black women who are intelligent are not buying that crap. Like, I don't want a wife. I want an ashy nigga out my face is what I want. Period. Like, I'm not about to go searching the high seas for a wife to be a sit-in, stay-at-home mother and be poor. Because I swear that's what they're trying to tell y'all to do. It's like a joke or something. So, it's just ridiculous. So, this shit is crazy. Don't you think? They literally trying to tell you black women to go seek a wife. Because I promise you, they're not telling. Ask any Negro. He's not being. There's no propaganda or videos or nothing is recommended to this Negro to get married. Negroes are never being encouraged to get married ever. Like, They get to do whatever the fuck they want to. They get to run amok, be ashy trash. They're literally held to no standard, especially not working class or middle class nick dogs. They are not encouraged to do anything but do whatever, just fuck as many women as possible. That's all they do, and give women diseases and trap them into poverty. That's all they're encouraged to do. But then they keep telling you black women value marriage. That's crazy. That don't make no sense. Why would you value marriage? It makes no logical sense for you to value marriage. For what reason? The fuck? Then if you do go out, like I said, if you go outside the race, you're gonna be dealing with trailer park Brad, because remember the proximity scenario where you just dating the males who are in proximity. Who's more in proximity with you, working class or middle class black women? And it's definitely not upper class Brad. Like, they're not running in your circle, boo. So you gonna end up with trailer park Brad, like I said. That's the only thing that makes any logical sense. And I just told y'all that working class black women are poor. If you look at it statistically, how much income it qualifies you to be a black middle class person, then those women are poor. That's not rich. That's not middle class. I mean, of course, middle class ain't rich, but I don't even think that's barely fucking making it. And that's right above the poverty line. That's like you still poor, unless you don't have any kids and you middle class. If you middle class, a middle class black woman, and you don't have children, then yeah, you could say you have money at that point, because all your money is going to yourself. You only have to. You can live real frugal when you just one person, but your kids, girl, bye. I'm gonna tell you what they really encouraging to Negro middle class and lower and working class bum Negroes. They encouraging them to date white women. I'm telling you, that's on. Anytime I done heard a Negro say that when he watching porn, that what I'm saying, it be nothing but white women coming up on the porn, like they be recommending white interracial porn to them. I heard dudes say that, and if they go on a dating site, there's a lot of non-black women being promoted, or they just looking for non-black women, because when you're ashy middle class working class bum, your only value will be to get a non-black woman to talk to you, because they don't really value nothing else. Like, to them, non-black women means status. So if they can get them a little light skin, to them that means they have achieved something, because more than likely that light skinned woman represents privilege or represents wealth to him. So he thinking about it more. More of these Negroes are thinking, I feel like it's gonna be more resources that lighter skinned woman has than a darker skinned woman. So I think that's how they really be thinking of those women. Like, well, she has access to more resources and wealth than a darker skinned woman do racially. So it's more value in the date in the middle class. I mean, yeah, like a middle class white woman or a middle class non-black woman. It's more beneficial to date her than a middle class black woman. See, right now, this is how Negroes really think. But right now, they're doing all the stuff they're doing for survival. This is survival mode for Negroes. So everything you see in their fake asses doing is fake, and they just doing that because they have to, for survival, to keep you pregnant with black babies. So they know what they're doing. They just trying to trick you, making you think that they, like, you see these little ashy niggas with, oh, my soulmate is black fathers matter. You be seeing these little t-shirts Negroes be wearing and stuff. This shit fake as hell. They doing that just to clean up. But really, they don't feel that way. They feel like, they want them a light skin, but in order to trap you into pregnancy, they know they have to do what has to be done. So they'll say whatever the fuck they think you want to hear at this point to trap you. But meanwhile, in the back of their mind, they wanting to be with a Becky. They think it's more valuable to have a non-black spouse than a black one. Period. And a lot of those ashy Negroes, when they get with you, they can just fucking break up with you and go find them a non-black woman after they get you pregnant. And a lot of them, I know they doing that shit because I see them doing it. So yeah, I mean, they just a pack of psychos. They just mad when. That's why I told y'all, like, when a black woman, middle class, working class black woman, if she says that she wants to be child free, these psychos will stalk and harass her ass off the internet or gaslight the fuck out of her ass. They'll block your comments. They'll harass you and all kinds of stuff. I'm telling you, it's real. I see it from I'm dealing with it myself, so I know what they own. They say stalking my content. They won't shut the fuck up. They keep trying to make me value finding a man when I don't fucking value that shit, and I don't care. And I don't give a fuck. I'm not trying to. I don't romanticize men at all. They are not romantic in my mind at all. Period. I don't find them romantic at all. So there's nothing. Yeah, I like watching some of the old movies I used to watch with these middle class white people falling in love and Titanic and whatever. You know what I'm saying? I still watch that stuff, but I still don't romanticize men. I just think the movie is cute. It's not brainwashing me or nothing. I don't romanticize men. I know that that's TV magic, and I know about real life. You understand? Like, I'm not stupid. So these males are losing their fucking shits because they're clinically insane. They really think they're gonna force somebody to be with them or find them attractive, and you're not. And the more educated a woman becomes, the more likely she's not gonna romanticize men, and she's gonna prioritize her education and building her wealth, even if she has to do it completely alone. Even if it's still better for her to build her wealth alone than to be with your raggedy ass. Period. And have your kids that she's gonna have to slave away, taking care of for the rest of her life. Women are opting out of that shit. And guess what? The working class and middle class are opting out as well. And there's nothing you fucking males can do about it. So trying to use Becky to gaslight black women is not going to work. Because we know that a white woman's situation is entirely different than a black woman's situation. We're not going to ever conflate the two. Because why would we do that? We're not conflating no conversation. And we're not going to make false equivalents either. Because we don't care about what's going on with her. We seen Becky clap back at that Buckter dude. Okay, we seen the clap back, so we know how they are with what they own. They not just letting a white man dictate how they live and if they have children or not, or their value as a woman. They're not going to allow no white man to do that. They're going to come for that bastard and take his ass down whenever they see fit. Period. Because that clap back from the white women about that Buckter speech definitely showed me what I need to know. I mean, I already knew that. See, that's for other black women who think white women are in some kind of sisterhood with you and think that, white women and black women's issues are the same and we both are dealing with misogyny on the same level. Them deludoid ass black women now, they seen that shit and that should really let them know the truth. Because those women clapped back real hard. They made a spectacle and went viral, all of that. Now, you working class, black women, middle class, where your viral moment, boo? You gaslit to the max. You can't flex your bachelor's degree and how you're highly educated. Because a lot of white women they use their opportunity to flex their whole lifestyle. As far as I'm concerned, they was flexing how much money they made, their degrees, their level of education, their they was flexing hard. That's just all I know. It was some white woman even said, "Oh, I got married and had children because I wanted to, and I still got my bachelor's degree anyway." They was flexing hard, but I don't think you middle class and working class black women can flex on anywhere near that level. And if you tried to, they would come for your ass hard. They'll block you, gaslight you, shadow ban your ass, whatever they have to do. So that's what I noticed about that whole situation with the Harrison Buckter speech. Like, he didn't even say nothing mean, and I thought about that too. Like I said, he didn't say nothing derogatory. I mean, it was derogatory. Just the context, what he was saying was derogatory to a woman who has a problem with that. A homemaker wouldn't have found it derogatory. A homemaker, a white woman, would have found it, uh, cute or something, or encouraging or something. But those white women with prestigious degrees, they found it very offensive and they clapped back hard. Black women, and I'm gonna tell you real talk, Nicole. Black women be clapping back, but they gaslight those conversations and they shadow ban the response. If we say something and get shadow banned, and then you have the upper class women, the upper class black women are the only ones who are allowed to respond. That's what I noticed. Like regular black working class, middle class black women, they don't get no clout for responding. It's mostly them upper class black women who are glorified for clapping back. And I do think that they're educated and they probably say it in a more, their clap back be more, I don't know, it sounds better. Okay. But, they gaslight the crap out of middle class black women. They do. So, and then the lower class black women, like the working class, like I said, they're not going to even respond because they don't care about that kind of stuff. You think working class black women care about what's going on at Buckdirt, going on in a university? Why would she even care about what's going on in the white community, period? She over there getting her ass whooped by Devontae, getting fucking drugged, getting her ass swung on the regular, poor, broke, struggling to pay her light bill. She thinking about her light bill right now. She don't give a fuck about what's going on at that university or the white community or whatever sexism or misogyny going on over there. She do not care. Why would she care? She's struggling so much to pay her damn light and her damn car payments. Why would she give a damn about that? They keep us busy. The working class, middle class black women, you stay busy, honey. You ain't got time to do shit, pretty much. They don't want you to have you. They want you as a breeder slave. So they don't want you to have time to do nothing. Yeah, they do. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Jamie. That is very, very true. Like, working class black women don't care about nothing but Sexy Red and who she having sex with and Krishan Rock and what they doing. That's them. It really, it irks me because I really just want black women not to be like that. But if you really think about it, the upper class black women exploit that. They exploit working class black women the same way anybody else does because they push out that content to those black women. It's a lot of upper class black women making six figures, but the only content they make is about celebrity gossip, Sexy Red, hood rats, all this kind of garbage. Those women ain't trying to educate their listeners who they know are economically disenfranchised, who are poor, who are working class. Like they don't try to encourage them to think better or do better or value education or value worldly issues and stuff like that. They don't. I mean, some of them do sometimes, but most of them don't, because they make more money off of them caring about Sexy Red than anything else. That's the kind of content that gives them the most views and make them the most money, so they don't care about that shit. Okay? They don't care about it. They don't care about those women at all. Even in school, man, upper class black women don't want to work in no damn Negro college. They don't want to work amongst no black people. They really just don't. It's true. Some of them do, but I think more of them are starting to be like, nah, I want to go work at a white university. I don't want to work at no Negro college. I don't want to deal with none of those kids. So you have lower level people working in those schools and shit now because they ain't paying no money. They don't feel like it's worth the headache. I just feel sorry for these kids, which is why I'm not having no more. Period. Capitalism, exactly. Capitalism. That's what they've been taught. These black children are being made to be consumers and working class consumers, and that's what they want us to breed. Now that is the goal. That's the objective. That is what they're trying to do, and I know that's what they're trying to do. So therefore, boycott niggas. Like, And Negro males don't care. I want y'all to understand they don't give a fuck. I've been trying to figure out if they, if they're purposely, what I'm saying, trying to oppress black women. I think they are doing that. I mean, I've been really observing their behavior and I've been trying to figure out if it's on purpose or are they just stupid as hell and just literally don't care. And I mean, it's like, because I don't know, I don't understand why working class, poor, well, yeah, I do. That's stupid ass thing I was about to say. I was about to say, I don't understand why they want to have kids and why they give a fuck about stalking women. And then I thought about how many black males are becoming homeless and poor and ain't eating. They can't even eat. They don't even can't even afford no meals to eat at this point. So that do make sense why they stalking women and they won't leave women alone, and why they trying to trap women into pregnancy. Because if they trap a woman into pregnancy, then that's easy access, and that's a resource to themselves. So yeah, they would have an investment in stalking women and trying to get them pregnant. You know what I'm saying? What I was about to say was dumb as fuck. Cause I'm like, why they care? Why don't they just? Cause bitch, they don't have nowhere to live. They not out here being successful on their own and taking care of their own stuff. Most of them living with their baby mama or their mammy. So yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, that's the Negro male's vested interest in stalking you black women over the internet. They don't care about capitalism. They don't care about racism. They don't care about none of that type of shit. Because their only goal is to trap you with them so they can use you as a resource. Period. You they backup bitch. You they back burner hoe. So you my level up bitch. You know what I'm saying? How am I level up and get what I need, do what I need to do if I don't have you as a breeder slave? Like how does that work? Now, if it was a way they could find out, but these Negroes are very unintelligent, primitive, like I said, so they can't find another way, a new way, a better way of getting what they need without stalking you. So their primitive asses go back to usual tactics, which is stalking you, because they just not smart enough to, I don't know, open up a Negro fund or something. I don't know, like the fuck. I mean, they are selling pussy hole at this point. That was a smart move. Becoming gay has been a come up for these Negroes. It's been an economic come up. Y'all see how gay men, like gay black males, they be acting real uppity and shit. I be noticing that. I'm like, them niggas really think they above shit, but they would if they selling as much pussy holes as you think they selling. I mean, they might be getting guap for real. Like if you a gay man and you know what I'm saying, you don't even mess with women at all, and you sell a pussy hole and you got like a regular job, you don't got no criminal background, like you ain't in the streets like that, you ain't trying to prove no manhood, or, you know what I'm saying, out there being a dope boy and all that shit that Negroes be doing to make money or get some little chump change. If they ain't even into that lifestyle and they got like a clean record and they really can just go in somewhere and get a regular job and they selling ass on the side, girl, that's money. I mean, let's be real. I'm seriously, I'm fucking thinking about, I mean, and they could just assert themselves like they think they're women. They think like a female. They're not very hypersexual when it comes to like, procreating with women or whatever. They just don't think like the average man. So that could help them actually level themselves up, financially. And I don't know. I just feel like they have more of a advantage than a straight man or a so-called straight man who is still having sex with women as a resource. I feel like maybe the gay man probably is better. Um, I don't know. He has more access to more resources. I mean, especially if he's a Negro, he can date an upper class white man that like black dick. This stuff is really real out here. Like it's a lot of upper class white men who like messing with black. They gay. They either undercover gay or they just blatantly gay, and they like dating black dudes. That's who they like to have sex with. So that's a come up because he might give him some money. Negroes are about money. A lot of men fantasize about being prostitutes. Like they be really jealous of women who are whores. And I noticed that with, like, just when I was a teenager growing up, I heard dudes say stuff like that. Like, if I had a coochie man, I'd be rich. They'd say stuff like that. And I would be thinking it's funny. But then now it's not funny because it makes sense that yeah. So I told y'all, and it's real. And if you really look at their psychology, they want to be light skinned women. I tried to tell you that, like, they're very jealous of privileged white women and light skin. It's like they have a real jealousy with those women. It's not what y'all think. You think they just think those women are beautiful. No, those women represent status and wealth. That's the main thing these Negroes be thinking about when they see those women. It's not about the body, the skin complexion, the hair texture. All of that represents wealth to them. It represents status and wealth. So they like, okay, shit. If that's all a Negro care about, then of course he gonna value a non-black woman being his spouse more than anyone else, because he feel like he just get access to wealth and privilege. Don't y'all realize that these dudes are gay? Y'all think that they thinking like, oh, let me go out here and conquer something and dominate shit so I can run stuff. Girl, they don't think like that. If that's the case, them niggas would have dominated somebody by now. They would have built their own institutions, their own fucking, they would have built some economic power for themselves at this point in time. So if they haven't built any economic power, then that lets you know that's not how they think. They don't want no economic. They want economic power, but they want it through being a whore, I guess, and not actually working and building shit and not competing with no other male group. So if they think like that, then you already know they have an effeminate ass mentality, and you can conclude at that point that he's gay. More than likely, he's a homosexual. He thinks like a woman. He wants to dominate through sex. Like he's trying to level up through a spouse the way women do, which is fucking weird. Which is why I don't find him attractive. They always talking about what a woman brings to a table. How the fuck a grown man gonna ask a woman what she brings to the table? Bitch, I don't even have to talk to you. That was a real stupid comment to make, because now I don't even want to talk to you. So now you look stupid. Get out my face. They be saying stupid, weird stuff, and y'all don't even be picking up on it. A dang old man wouldn't ask that. Yeah. That's because, just like somebody said, the whole white woman and black man thing too it's white women. Now look at this whole situation with the Buckner dude writing his speech and those white women clapping back. You would think that those white women would want to date a black dude, because they can use their white privilege to dominate that black man. These women don't want to be dominated. They don't want to live. They don't want to have a man dictating they move. They want to feel powerful over a man. They want to feel like whatever relationship dynamic they're in, they have more power than that man does, because they want to make sure they don't get played, they don't get left a single mother, they don't get left in poverty, they don't get all of the abuse that women get for being in marriages or being in relationships with these males. So in a white woman's mind, that would make sense that she would want to date a black dude instead of a white dude. If she against that patriarchal crap, that misogyny or whatever, she can use her white female privilege against him anytime she wants to. She can call the police on his ass. She can get his ass hemmed up, and that's a powerful thing. That's a real that makes the black males more attractive, to white women, because of the power dynamic. You know what I'm saying? Shit, if black women can do that too, we would do that too. Like if we could date a male group where we could completely dominate they punk ass if they try to try us. Like, no, I got leverage over here. Like, what the fuck you gonna do? You feel me? You better damn pay these bills. I better be living comfortable, or I'm gonna fucking exercise whatever power I have against your ass. Like, those are the facts. Now, the trailer park white woman, she don't care who she dates. She just want to feel pretty. See, a lot of poor white women, that be their thing with black dudes. I don't think it's really a power thing. It's just more a vanity thing. Like, they want biracial daughters who are prettier than the black girls, or they want, what I'm saying, a black dude who's really attractive because they can't get a white man or any man that's on a certain economic status where she can benefit, wealth wise from the man she's with. So she wants to benefit by the glamour or the clout or the, having an attractive man with her, even though she looked like shit. Which is why you see a lot of poor black males dating really ugly white women. That's what they getting out of it. They feeling like black women hating on them. They always saying this, even though the shit ain't true. Even though this bitch look like a wolf, And ain't no black woman who was attractive really caring about her. Just the idea in her mind that a black woman could be hating on her makes her feel better about herself. You know, you see a lot of that shit with them poor ones who nobody really cares about. So, girl, I don't pay no attention to them damn trailer park Becky's. Like, who does? Who really pays attention to them besides a fucking ashy Negro, you know what I'm saying, who's trying to get on some black woman's nerves? You know, they the only ones that care. They the only ones that want you to care. What got me and Becky? Okay, and like, don't nobody care. Leave me alone. Stay away from me. Like, what you talking about? So, yes. That's what it all be about there. They just looking for leverage. Like, non-black women are about leverage. They gonna date whoever they gonna get something out of. They don't date for free. They don't date like that Negro that made that video talking about wow, those NFL athletes, whatever the hell, dating white women, and they said that the white woman wasn't asking for no money and asking for nothing. Why would she? She's not poor. Like, she comes from a wealthy community. She comes from probably a two-parent household where her daddy gives her whatever she wants. So she wouldn't need your ashy ass for any money. She wouldn't ask you to get her nails done or none of that shit, bitch. Because why? She has the money. You're there for the clout, nigga. You ain't know you there for the dick. She trying to get dick down. She don't care about money. You pretty much her living prostitute, to be honest. You just a hoe. And you have your own little money, so she don't have to go completely broke paying for your sexual services. Idiot. Like, when he said that, I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. And stop saying that to black women, bitch, because we all know you talking to black women when you making these comments, and that's because nobody else wants your raggedy ass. Like, who else is caring about why y'all preferring and picking somebody other than black women? They the only ones that would give a fuck. And from the looks of it, to me, they really caring less and less and less. So the more they do this, the more they keep using Becky as a talking point against black women, dating black women or whatever. It's just gonna make the situation more. It's gonna get worse over time. It's not gonna get better because we already too through, especially us millennials. Because from what I read with the little article about millennial black women, we don't fuck with these dudes at all. We just don't. So we're gonna teach our daughters the same energy because we sure ain't gonna teach our daughters to love these dudes and value them and give a fuck about their opinions. Meanwhile, they over there teaching their sons not to prefer black women. Bitch, please. You about to have real shit. Like, shit is not going to be repaired. So these Negroes can't do anything. That's why they sitting here stalking the internet, trolling the internet for dear life. Like I said, it's a wrap for their ass. Nobody wants them. So expect more of those videos about why white women are preferred and black women are not. And they're going to start trying to use the money thing as a talking point. Oh, white women don't want me to get their hair done. White women don't really get their hair done like that. They have white European hair. So why would they get their hair done? Why would they ask you to get their fucking hair done when the only thing they got to do is wash and trim their own hair? Their hair look regular as hell when they get their hair done. Anytime a white woman get her hair done, it do look cleaner, but it just don't, it's not styled or nothing like that. It's just a trim and a wash. Okay, so what? Like, that's not even a big deal. And with an ashy nigga like yourself, she wouldn't even have to do that. She can have oily, nasty, lice infested hair, and you're still kiss it and love it because that's how you are. So she's probably low maintenance dealing with you. See, white men probably have a problem with her having lice in her hair and her hair being oily and disgusting because that's a conversation within the white community about grooming yourself and, you know, getting hair trims and going to a hairstylist who is well renowned. That's a cultural thing with white people. They care about who the hell their hairstylist is and getting a good wash, a good shampoo, and a good trim. That's something they value in their community. But in your community, that's not valued. So this white woman can really go without grooming herself and you wouldn't give a fuck. Let's be real, you wouldn't care. So she not requiring nothing from you in that regard because that's not something that she would care about with you. She would only care about that kind of stuff with Brad. She probably expects Brad to give her some money to get her hair trimmed and stuff. Why? Because she's trying to go to a high-end hairstylist to do it, and they cost a lot of money. So if it's above what she can afford, If she dealing with Brad, if it's like, I mean, if she paying a lot of money for maintenance, you best believe she's going to Brad and asking him to help finance her doing these things. Like, I'm not going to believe that those white women getting lipo and getting them injections and shit, that they are not with married to rich men. Yes, the hell they are. Yes, they are. 9 times out of 10, she's married to a rich ass man, and that's why she cares that hard in the first place. She wouldn't even care about getting no injections and getting these trims from these high end hairstylists if she was by her damn self. She probably wouldn't even care. She cared because her husband's rich. She has to keep up an image. The fuck? Yes, white people value that. I'm around white people. I know what the hell, how they talk and how they think. They do value that. They just don't value that when they with your ashy ass. That's maybe the whole reason why they with you. Maybe she's with you so she can be low maintenance and be happy with herself. Not having lipo, not getting, paying a $500 for a hair trim, not getting laser surgery and doing all the other stuff that white women, white women who are rich do. She don't have to freaking stress herself out meeting those kind of freaking standards. When she with a Negro, she ain't gotta do none of that. Shit, I would think like her too and get an ashy nigga that's just an athlete who has a decent amount of money for me to live comfortable. Plus, I'm white and I have privilege and I have power over this bitch if he try me. Then on top of that, hell no, I ain't asking him for no whole bunch of money for my hair and stuff, because I can just go to, I can just get my hair done, get my nails done in just a regular little neighborhood because I'm with a black dude. And then I don't have to pay all that money to try to keep up with fucking Becky, with them goddamn high end Beckys. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. It's like, and that's why I don't listen to these Negroes when they be always making comments about Becky, because it be really stupid ass stuff they be saying, and I don't think they be fully understanding what the hell they talking about. You know what I'm saying? They speak on white women as if they are a white woman they damn self. Bitch, you're not a white woman, so shut the F up about what they requiring for you to do. Them white women know you poor, nigga. They know you don't take care of no maintenance on your woman. They know you don't value women. They with you for all other unseen ulterior motives. They have ulterior motives with being with you. They whole purpose for dating you don't have nothing to do with the things that you think. But guess what? Black women do. We have standards that's going to be met. And we don't give a fuck if you have a problem with it or not. Because in our culture and community, getting your hair done is important. Period. That's our culture. Spending, getting braids and getting hairstyles and all of this stuff. We do that shit culturally in the black community. So yeah, it's important here. I don't give a fuck what's going on with her community. I care about what's going on in here in my community. And in my community, we value maintenance. And if you don't value that shit, get the fuck out of our face. I know exactly. I know all about white women. I know black women who are hairstylists who do white women's hair. And I know about the conversations that white women have, especially when they have a lot of money. And they really value their value is more about the name brand stylist than it is the actual results of their trim and wash. It's more so about how much money they pay, because that's what white people value in the white community. They value wealth, money, having brands and names, and what they paying for. They paying for a name. They want you to know where they got their hair done at. It's not about what it looked like. It's about who did it. So they won't be seen as poor. Like, oh, you had to go to the freaking black community to get your hair done. Oh my god, you let one of those women touch your hair. Like, yeah, white women think like that. That's why they have white salons and black hair salons. You only see poor white women going to a black hairstylist. Is that not true? You only see poor white women going to get their hair done by a black woman. They don't have a lot of money. That's why they go into a black woman. It's cheaper. Bitch, I know everything about white people because I've I've been around them a lot, so I know all about them. I wish your point. Y'all stay stalking black spaces. Like, you think we don't watch y'all asses or something? So anyway, yeah, that's how white people are. That's how they think, and they're always in black people's discussions. This shit is weird as fuck. They always worrying about what the fuck we doing. That's why you would have a white woman going to a black community to get her hair done because she's stalking black people, her weird self, sitting there worrying about what we doing and how we getting things done. Like, that's what they do. Well, let me go get some boxer braids. I mean, what the hell? You have fucking upper middle class, upper, not even upper middle class. I wouldn't even consider the Jenners, like the damn Kylie Jenner and them, and the Kardashians. They're not middle class. They fucking upper class getting cornrows. How the fuck you? They upper class women who there never was lived in no damn black community or even a middle class community, and they going around getting damn. That's how obsessed they are with us. Like, you shouldn't even know what the fuck. You shouldn't know nothing about cornrows. You shouldn't be getting no black hairstyles. Like, why are you doing that? You know what I'm saying? That's how much they watch us. But God forbid we know what the hell going on in their community. Now they're questioning us. Yeah, bitch, we watching your ass because you're always in our business. Yeah, you watch us, bitch. You're always in our space. We wouldn't know about white people if you stayed in your fucking lane. But you're always around black people trying to be fake fucking woke and fake damn cool with black people. Do y'all not do that? Most black women don't want to talk to y'all. Y'all the one. I have white people come up to me all the time, have a conversation with me, and I ain't even trying to talk to them. And a lot of black women can vouch for that. They always have white people, and it's not even just poor white people. It's all white people of different classes. Well, usually, the upper white people, they usually don't want to talk to black people. They're the main ones who don't want to socialize with black people. But yeah, we have conversations. And the poor white people tell us about the upper class ones and why they don't want to deal with them, or why they have an issue with them, or they tell the truth. You know what I'm saying, about how they really feel about upper class white people. Like, I've had white friends who told me that they didn't like hanging around certain white people for whatever reason. And they explained to me why they didn't want to deal with them. I've seen movies where you have a dynamic with poor white people and rich white people. Yeah, it's pretty much culturally known because it's like, yeah, you're out here, you're doing these things publicly, people are seeing it. The fuck, like, I mean, what is your point? Like, why the fuck are you here? Are you white and you're in my fucking chat room? Is that what's happening right now? Are you black or are you white? Asking me how I know about white people. That's my main point right there. That's what I'm talking about. You white people are obsessed with poor black people. That you're always in poor black people's spaces. Most black people are poor. Most black people are middle class or fucking working class, and you fucking bitches are always in their business. Why the fuck are you white people always stalking black spaces who don't want nothing to do with you? Like, nothing to do with your ass. Like, just like what I'm talking about with the algorithms. Like, I keep having these fucking videos and conversations recommended to me where these upper class black women are fucking glorifying white males. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. But yet it's being recommended. And I honestly to God believe it's because you white males who control this network, or somebody that's in some kind of power over these social media platforms, you keep promoting this shit to black women when we don't want you. We don't care about what upper class black women are dating your raggedy ass, and we damn sure don't care about no lower class poor black women dating white trash Brad. Like, we don't care. But y'all want us to care, and you're always in black spaces, stalking someone, trolling someone, fucking gaslighting someone. That's what y'all do all day. That's what you was doing. This Harris Buchter. That's why he made his statements. It was just to troll black people, because I really feel like he did it on purpose. Like, he was trying to gas up white women for being mothers, and then white women, clap back at his ass and It was like he was just trying to showcase his inferiority because he knew when he made that statement that white women were going to jump on his ass for they're not, white males are not ignorant to white women and their belief systems and their attitudes and their self-worth and value, I mean how they feel about themselves. So that dude doing that was like trolling, in my opinion, because he knew them white women was going to come for his ass. He knew that his own fucking mother was a physicist and highly educated from a prestigious college, had multiple degrees, and he still made the statement he made. Y'all some trolls, get the fuck out of here. Like, leave me alone. They always stalking somebody. That's all the fuck they do. Then, oh, we're not supposed to know nothing about them. Yeah, we know a lot about your raggedy ass because you always here. Yeah, that's all they do. I mean, it's so damn weird. But they're obsessed with black people because I mean, without us, they don't have shit. That's the obsession. That's the whole reason why they do what they do. That's why they always gaslighting poor black women who are middle class. They're always gaslighting black women. They always stalking black women, trying to stop them from talking, trying to troll them all over the internet and shadow ban their videos and try to stop them from getting growing in subscribers and shit when they're not talking about what the hell these white males want them to talk about. You have to understand these people control the internet. They control these platforms. They don't want you saying anything that's going to go against them being able to exploit your ass for profit. So of course they're going to try to fuck with your videos and stalk you for dear life. It all makes sense of why they would be doing that. There are a lot of gays in the black community. I'm glad you brought that up because that's very true. A lot of black males are gay and they're sexually sought after by the white males of the white community. The gay white men love gay black males. Okay? That's why you have a phenomenon of gay black males saying that other gay black males don't want to date them. Like I've heard gay black men saying that the other gay men prefer white women. I mean, sorry, white men. Like this is starting to become a phenomenon in the gay community of black males not wanting to date other black males. So only way that shit is possible is if it's a lot of gay ass white men to choose from. So they realizing they can weigh out their options and they don't have to date poor broke down ass gay black men anymore. They can go to the suburbs and find a suburban white man to fuck. So yeah, that's what's really happening. I'm glad you brought that up. Even in the gay community, shit is running amok. So yeah. But like I said, that speaks more, just like that Jeffree Star dude that does those makeup tutorials and stuff like that. He made a comment about all these black male athletes that he was fucking. He wouldn't say what their names were, but he did make a comment about a lot of those males wanting to fuck him, or have fucked him. So, yeah, that's what Negroes do when they have a little bit of income. You know what I'm saying? They want to go get dicked down by fucking Brad. Oh. And these white, also, I know you white males don't think that we don't know that you're gay. Like, come on now. Like, we know that you have, didn't you have, wasn't there some kind of porn site called Thug Hunters or something like that? And I remember, I never seen that nasty filth. I wouldn't watch it, but I did hear about a whole sexual porn site where they were fantasizing, they had these white men fantasizing about going to the projects and fucking like hood niggas or something like that. And I was trying to figure out at the time, like, how in the world is that possible unless it's really happening and they think that that's a fetish because they actually are doing it. I was like, damn, that kind of let me know right then and there that it's real out here. Like, these thuggy niggas that think they hard and stuff are gay as hell getting dicked down by Brad because they have a whole fetish. Like, it's a fetish sites for that particular sexual fetish. And I'm like, well, if that's a fetish, then it might be happening. I mean, there ain't no way in hell that's not happening. And then you have so many of those Negroes in jail. Like, Negroes love going to prison. So, and you know what goes down there. So, the fact that a lot of Negroes like getting arrested and going to jail should really, let you black women know something about these Negroes. Like, they like being in there. A lot of them come out gay as hell, fucking with trannies and stuff. So, it's just crazy. But anyway, it don't bother me because I already knew these Negroes were gay, and that's another thing, another discussion about black women who are working class, middle class, and dealing with the amount of gay undercover men that you have to deal with as well. That's a real conversation. They gaslight you about that too. As a matter of fact, they have so many gay men speaking to middle class black women right now on YouTube. I just see so many of them who are gay, and all their whole content is about relationships and black marriages and black relationships, and they're gay, but they feel like they are a part of they have a community with black women. Like, it's like they one and the same because they be having the same conversation. Like, you rarely see these gay men talking about issues that pertain specifically to them. They usually are conflating their issues with black women and speaking on black women's issues in the dating world and being black and all of that stuff. Like, but really they're not. They shouldn't feel like you know, a part of the same conversations as black women because they're not women, and they're black but they're not women. So you would think that they would be having more of a community with black males since they are black and male, and most black males are gay. They either out out in the open gay or they undercover. And these gay men would know that because they messing with these undercover men. So why they won't build a community with gay black men or black men in general? You know? So I be trying to figure that out. But when you that's a whole nother conversation, but yeah. It makes sense. A lot of them are gay. Alright, I'm just reading some of y'all comments. So yeah, y'all. I mean, I don't know what more to tell you. I guess because I don't see y'all commenting. I don't know, but yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. This gaslighting of black women because I just think it's disgusting. Like, why do they keep gaslighting black women about our us dealing with misogyny and dealing with sexism and dealing with these Negro males and all of the shit we have to deal with in one, but they always have these upper class women speaking on our issues when they're not even from that space or community, and they come from privilege, and they are literally living like some fucking Becky in Beverly Hills, but trying to talk to black everyday women about their issues or speaking on their issues. It's just like you don't want a white woman to speak on your issues because they're white and they couldn't understand your issues, or you don't want a man speaking on your issues because he's a man and he shouldn't be speaking on your issues. Well, you should want upper class black women speaking on your issues because they don't have your same problems. It's the same thing. It's the same. It's the same context. It's the same situation. So it should be treated accordingly. Like, don't speak on shit. Go over there and find you a Brad. Settle down with your Brad. Live in your white neighborhood in your white life, and stay out of other people's business. Because the reality is, all black women don't want to be with a Brad and live in a white community. All black women don't want to do that. There's black women out here that don't want to date a white dude. They just don't want to. They're not attracted to white men, and they don't want to date white men. So that's not an option for them because they don't glorify white men. So just get over it. But a lot of these weird ass black women on the internet, they be mad about that or something. They be mad that when you don't glorify white men, they be trying to force you to do it. And then start talking ish like, oh, well, be alone then, or whatever. You need to be quiet. They be gaslighting you on you speaking just like the black the trend. What the hell do you call the trend? The trend with the black wife trend. Just like with that, it was some black female YouTubers who made comments to the black women who didn't find it cute because they said basically these black women are just putting black aesthetics on these white dudes and trying to make them look more attractive. You know what I'm saying, by having black aesthetics. And a black woman made that comment, and then the black woman who made the video kind of like clown her for saying that. Like, why don't you shut up? You single, you don't have a man, you're hateful. Why would you make that comment? Like, these black males don't want you. So, and I'm like, bitch, but she didn't say she wanted a black man. What she said was she didn't like the trend because of what it signified or what it promoted. She didn't like, you know, the idea of taking basic brads, and then trying to put a black aesthetic on them, because that's not cute to her. It's like, why are you trying to niggify your Brad? Why are you trying to make him look like a, you know what I'm saying, have a black aesthetic? Why are you doing that? And I agree with her when she made the comment. So, you know what I'm saying? No, I don't feel like we're all black women. I feel like these bitches who glorify white men and come from the white community need to stay their asses out of black middle class, working class black women's conversations. That's what I feel. I feel like they need to take their asses on somewhere and shut the hell up. Because all they end up doing is bragging about their lifestyle and getting on with other women's nerves, because other women don't think like them, or they really don't care about what they're talking about because it doesn't apply to them. If you're not going to tell, because their solution to black women is to glorify Brad. They don't care about nothing else. All they do is glorify white men. That's all they do. They always are saying, go find you a Brad, go find you a Brad. That's how the fuck that's their main solution to all black women's fucking problems. And every black woman don't want to date a white dude. So they need to shut the F up. Period. Every black woman don't want to date no white dude. So why do they keep making that the only solution that black women have? Those women won't tell give us a solution to black women to be celibate or be child free, or to stop dating, or to date and don't have children or something. They won't say that. So bitch, obviously you have an ulterior motive because you're trying to convince black women to get pregnant by a Brad, and that's like your main concern. Your main concern is not black women's happiness or well-being. You just care about getting them hitched up with a Brad so she can become a fucking mother to Brad's children. Like, that's all you care about, which makes you a fucking misogynistic bitch, as far as I'm concerned, trying to make her some mammy to Brad. Black women had enough of being mammies to Brad and his kids. Maybe black women see it that way and don't want no parts. But those women don't care. That's my point. That's their whole slew. I don't listen to them. I was listening to their content, and when I started realizing that, that's when I stopped listening. I was like, look, I don't want to hear about Brad no more. Like, real talk. I don't even have no real problem with white men like that, but you making me have a problem with them because the way you glorifying them. That shit is weird. Stop doing it. It's inappropriate as hell. If you talking about misogyny, patriarchy, racism, white supremacy, and you keep glorifying being in relationships with Brad, that shit is weird as hell. Why would you do that? You can't talk about black women's separate issues without bringing Brad up as the solution. Like, what's wrong with you? Why would you do that? So now I feel like you compromise and you getting paid to do that or something. Like, Brad must be paying your ass because you sound real stupid. Like, stop. No, they just want you to a slave to Brad. I know the truth. They want you to be a slave to Brad. They want you to be Brad's Aunt Jemima. That's what they really trying to say when they keep glorifying white males to you all the time and saying, oh, in order to live a good life, in order to be happy and have, you know what I'm saying, self-worth and value, you need to go be with Brad. You know what that's trying to signify at that point. You trying to symbolize that mammy caricature shit is what you're doing. Okay, I'll go take care of Brad kids. Go take care of Brad's community. Go level him up. How about I don't want to level him up? How about he level me up? Run me your money. And I shouldn't have to do nothing. I should be living like just as free as your women over there with you. Maybe I don't want no kids. I just want to be leveled up. How about that, Brad? Can we do that? No, you want me to be a homemaker, right? Exactly. Get the fuck out my face. I ain't trying to be your homemaker. I don't want to be this Nick Nall's homemaker, and I don't want to be your homemaker either. How about I just want to live freely and do whatever the hell I want to do? Period. If you're not gonna provide some child care and have me being able to have days where I don't have to be a parent and I can just go relax, if I ain't living like that over there with your raggedy ass, I don't want to be with you either. The hell? And I don't want to deal with my children having to go through racism either. So I don't give a fuck if they biracial or if they black, fully black. I don't care. I want my kids being subjected to no racist ass white people. So I don't want my damn kids going to no freaking predominantly white school or something and being called a nigger or whatever else. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my kids dealing with that. So until that situation is resolved and my kids can just be themselves, then guess what? I don't want no kids with you either. What the fuck you gonna do? You ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. You just is being with you is just as much of a headache as being with Daquan. So yeah, I don't see no damn I don't see no perks I'm gonna get for being with you either. So I don't want to be with you either. Plus, I'm gonna have to deal with racist white people. If you're upper class, you know what you're gonna have to deal with as a black woman. You have to be a white. You have to be one of them Candace Owens type of black women to be in a relationship with an upper class white man. Period. You have to speak a certain way. You have to act a certain way. Or guess what? Brad's family and friends gonna look at you real funny style, and you already know that. Let you come up in there with some damn braids or some damn twist in your hair. Yeah, it's gonna be a real problem. And y'all know that's the truth. Why y'all be lying? And them damn upper class black women, they know that's the truth. They got to tiptoe around Brad and all his friends and associates. She know what she gotta do in order to have that lifestyle and be with Brad, but she ain't gonna tell the truth though. So I don't care if you think I'm racist. What are you white people gonna do about it? I'm fucking middle class, so I don't care about you thinking I'm racist. You're not gonna do shit. What are you gonna do? You can't do anything. So just shut up about it. So that's just that. Like the fuck, I'm not upper class. I don't have to deal with the upper class issues with me not see this is what I'm talking about. You see with white people they want to control you and stuff. That's the point I'm trying to make. I don't want to be you get the fuck out my face. I don't want that lifestyle. I don't want to be with them thinking that I have to damn kiss white people ass. I don't have to kiss nobody's ass I don't want to kiss. Period. I don't have to dumb myself down. I don't have to water my conversations down. I don't have to do I can do whatever the fuck I want to. Because it's what I feel like doing, period. When you deal with them, they think they can control you, the way you think, act, and talk. You're not controlling shit over here because I don't really mess with your group like that. Like I don't be around them like that. They don't control me. So I'm gonna say whatever the hell I want to. And if they have a problem with it, they don't have to be around me because I'm gonna always say what I want to say. Period. Nobody's gonna run me. You don't run shit. You're not my superior. You don't dictate and control what I do, how I speak, how I look, how I act, how I dress. None of that. I do what I want to when I feel like. Period. That's it. Okay? And black women who feel that way, they don't want to be with no bread. That's the whole point. Black women who want to think freely and be freely, they live freely, they don't want to be with no bread. They don't want to be under nobody's control. You're not my daddy. You're not my superior. You don't control me. You don't tell me what to do. You're not going to abuse me or manipulate me in no kind of way. None of that shit is going down. Period. And if you have a problem with it, I don't give a fuck because you're not going to do anything. Black people can do whatever the fuck they want to, which is why I'm telling black women to stop giving birth. Like, stop having kids. Since these weirdos think they run your body and they run your womb and they're going to gaslight you on every conversation you have and try to force you to be with Negroes you don't want to be with, then stop having kids today. I don't care if you already have kids, don't have any more. And if you don't have any kids, don't have any. Use people for their resources, for their money, for their wealth, or whatever the hell you can use them for. And you don't have any children. You don't do any free labor at all. Bitch, you gonna pay me for whatever the hell I do. And yeah, that's that. Now fucking stop me from doing it. Bitch, since you run shit and you think you run somebody, stop me from doing it. Stop me. Make me do something if you really got power like that. Make me. Make me. The fuck? You trolling ain't working, bitch. So you need to try something else. Cause that shit ain't gonna do nothing but get somebody fucked up. That's all that's gonna do. You ain't gonna make me do shit. At the end of your day, I still won. You didn't make me do shit. You're not gonna make me do nothing. Period. You fucking psycho. You just a psychopath. At the end of your day, you're a desperate ass, pathetic, miserable, psychotic ass maniac. You don't have a life. You don't have an existence. You don't have nothing to live for. You don't care about nothing but stalking black people on the internet because you're weird. You're a psychopath. Period. And I just wish it was more black women like that who took my stand, because then we could do something. We could really fuck people up big time. Who think they gonna run us and stuff. Like, think about it as a black woman. Look at the span of your lifetime. You go from being a child, being told what to do by your parents, and being, just completely under complete dominance and control. Then you turn into an adult and then still under dominance and control. Like, you can't never do what you want to do. People think they own your ass. They think they own your money. I mean, yeah, own your money, own your body, own your mind, own your everything. They think they want complete ownership over your ass, including these white people. You go over there with them thinking you about to escape some kind of slavery. Girl, you going to be enslaved right over there too. And that's the worst kind of slavery in my opinion. I don't want to be under no white. You not gonna tell me what the fuck is. Get the hell out of my face. Fucking asshole. Just like his bitch ass coming over here talking about, so what you gonna do? I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do, like I've been doing whatever the hell I want to do. That's what I'm gonna do. What the fuck are you gonna do, stalker? Yes, keep stalking my content with your psychotic ass. That's what you gonna do. We all know what you gonna do. You know, life having ass bitch. What you not gonna do is step in my face so I can knock you the fuck out. That's what you're not gonna do. 100%. Nobody give a fuck about Brad. You can stop stalking me. That's what you can stop doing. I don't care about Brad. Period. I'm never going to care about Brad. He's never going to be nothing I care about. I'm never going to put no energy and giving a crap about what no Brad think. None of that. I don't care about that shit. Like, get the hell out my face. Period. Nobody wants you. You're not wanted. You're not desired. Black women are more likely not to date out of their race than any other demographic. It's more black males dating out and even considering interracial marriage and interracial relationships than black women. You know why? Because most black women do not like white men. That's really the truth. Period. And y'all know it's the truth. It ain't because they can't get a Brad. It's because they don't want a damn Brad. Most black women are not attracted to white men. That is something y'all motherfuckers need to accept. Move on with your pathetic, miserable, tiny dick life and get on somewhere. That's why white men be hypersexualizing you black women like that. Remember that video where these white men were degrading black women and said, oh, black women are so hypersexual and you gotta do this and do that to please them, and I just would never want to deal with them and stuff like that. That's why they say shit like that. You're just sexually not attracted to them, and they really find it really pisses them off. Okay, because they want sexual control over you without having to force you to do it. And it seems like they're having a real struggle with that. That most black women don't find them attractive because they really obsessed on a psychotic level. They want you to be their little Aunt Jemima, homemakers. I promise you, they promote that on a lot of, of their content. Like if they doing movies or even when they having these misogynistic ass conversations, they really want you black women to value being mammies to them and shit. Just like they did during slavery, they wanted you to be a fucking Aunt Jemima's in that damn kitchen, cooking and slaving away and breastfeeding their kids. They fucking weird. They have a sexual obsession with you, and it's not fucking normal. And most black women knowing that nasty shit is why they probably don't find them attractive as well. It's just the historical context. Like, leave me the hell alone. I don't want shit to do with you, you fucking weirdo. Most black women would rather be dyked than to be with a white dude. Period. That's just God's honest truth. Most black women would choose lesbianism before they choose to be with a white dude. And that's just a statistical fact. I think that's a honey. It's a fact. It's data that backs that up. So I'm not just saying that. Most black women don't want to brag. That's why these upper class black women are the main ones advertising brag to black women, because most black women do not want to date white men. They just don't. They're being forced into it. They're being coerced into it. And that's just the bottom line. They don't have any dating options. They are very desperate for, to have children, or they desperate to be in a relationship. So they just settling. Just like that black woman settled who got her ass chopped up. That's the truth. Black women got to be desperate as hell to find these fucking rejects attractive. The hell? Most black women, if they're attracted to a Brad, it's because he's wealthy. It's because he's really wealthy, so he's able to really groom himself and have a certain lifestyle, and that's what the black women are attracted to, is his wealth and lifestyle, not him as a person. Meaning that if he was poor and low, he had no money, she wouldn't even want to talk to him. And that's the guy's honest truth. I swear, I know it's the truth. I'm black. I know it's the truth. Okay, we're not attracted to white men, and naturally so. Why the fuck? Just considering the historical context, the historical relations between black women and white men, we wouldn't find them attractive. That don't make no logical sense for us to find them attractive. All we've been doing is free labor for their pale asses for all these hundreds of years, and dealing with racial discrimination and harassment for just being black and female. Why the hell would we find them attractive? That's gonna have to be a forced ass situation, bitch, because it's not gonna be a natural one. Bitch, I don't care if your wife is black, you cornball. It don't matter. She's black because she a desperate ass bitch. She's desperate as hell to be a fucking Aunt Jemima to your raggedy ass. She's desperate. That's what most black desperate women do. You remember in slavery, there was black women having sex with those white men. Did they really want to, or was that rape? Or was they being forced and coerced into the shit? He had power, had wealth. She was poor, a slave. Okay, so he was trying to seduce her ass, and she fucked him. Some of that shit was so-called consensual, but not technically. So yeah, that's how I feel about your wife, and you're not gonna make that shit look cute, because I don't think it's cute. You're not gonna change the history, the context, just to make yourself look romantic, bitch. You're not. I don't find you attractive. Even if I did as a kid, bitch, I definitely don't now. So that's just the bottom line. And most black women they agree. They agree. That's why they're highly likely to not date interracially. They have no interest in you motherfuckers, and you're mad. I don't know why you mad about some women that you don't have no ownership over, who don't want to date you, who don't come from where you come from, who are not your race. Like, go fuck with your own women and leave us the hell alone, bitch. If we don't want to talk to you, get the fuck on and stop stalking people. Damn, so pathetic. They just as pathetic as Negroes. This is that white men are undercover. Like, they don't do this. The niggas are outright rapists. Like, they just outright gonna block you from getting out. They gonna do a lot of thirsty shit. If they find you attractive, that is. If they don't find you attractive, they'll leave you the hell alone. But if they find you attractive, they gonna stalk the fuck out of your ass. Period. Okay? White men are the same way. It's just that they'll do it over the internet and shit like that. Do little subliminal ass shit. They not bold enough to come in your face with it. So that's the only difference. White males and black males are exactly the same. They both two little narcissistic ass motherfuckers who just need to get a life. Period. It ain't no difference. It is no difference between either one of them. That's why I don't gas one up to uplift the other. I don't do that shit because I know it's like stupid to do that. It don't make no sense. It's counterproductive. I don't ego boost none of these pieces of shit. Historically, they ain't gave black women a dime. Period. So what the fuck? Why would it be romantic? The hell, you know how much free labor you black women been doing for hundreds of years, and you still ain't got a payday? What kind of shit is this? And then you out here stupid enough to romanticize either one of these pieces of garbage. That's why they keep gaslighting you middle class poor black women. I told you what they doing. The fuck? See, them upper class black women, they feel like they got the privilege of, you know what I'm saying? They just feel privileged. They feel like they in a position in life where they privileged, and they value the men around them because they feel privileged. And most of those women value white males because that's who they're mostly amongst, who they getting the privilege from. So that's why the hell they value those males. Okay? But when you're middle class, working class, you don't gotta value these pieces of shit for fucking what? Girl, you working for your dime, honey. You doing all that free labor at home and you working for your dime. So what the fuck you care about them for? They trying to force you to romanticize them and find them attractive. They ain't doing shit for you. Like, get the fuck out of my damn face, bitch. They want you to be their little fucking whores. It's like they trying to condition you or put you in a position where you have to be a prostitute. Which is why they keep promoting all them prostitute ass black women to you. The Megan the Stallions, them damn fucking sexy reds, them tip drill whores. That's what they want you middle class and working class black women. That's how they want you to behave. Okay? That's the truth. They're trying to sexually exploit your ass. And they want you to think like a whore. So they can use you. That's what they want. Keep your ass poor, keep you broke, keep you working class, working all damn day, and trying to throw out ass to any man that fucking come across you. Like you don't have no autonomy over your body. You can't say no. You can't have any self-respect, no dignity, no class, no nothing. They don't want you having shit. And they want complete access to your daughters too. And they want to be able to get your daughters as young as they can get them. Why? Because you're poor. So the fuck, that sexual access, it's the same thing they was doing on the plantation. They was raping the hell out of them little black girls. You think in them little black little young babies, you thought they had any autonomy over their damn body? You think men was looking at them like, no, I'm not gonna do that. It's just morally wrong. It's disgusting. I would never touch a little girl. Like the fuck. Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's speak about the real context, and then we'll know the truth. Because them little black girls was sexually exploited on the highest level. They was probably pregnant at 12, most of them. They ain't gonna tell you that. But girl, do your real research because they keep shit out of history on purpose. Because they want you to be dumb as hell, romanticizing these fucking nasty, degenerate ass rapists. Okay? Who trying to, they make laws to, you know what I'm saying, control the age of consent. They do this on purpose. Okay? 1 minute you not grown, next minute you are grown. They do whatever the fuck they want to. Okay? And they always hypersexual in them little girl, like I said. It's a lot of little girls listening to Sexy Red. They just did a viral video, where it was all these little black girls who were really young singing lyrics to Sexy Red. Those women were not women. Those little girls were very impressionable, poor. You could clearly see they were poor. They came from the projects. They came from working class. They were poor. Singing the damn Sexy Red, but then they tried to moral police the black women for allowing them to listen to that. But that's all they promote to those young black girls. It's these men, these rapist ass men. They're the ones promoting that shit. It's not Sexy Red. Sexy Red has powerful people behind her. They promoted her. They put her on. They gave her a record contract. They put her all over social media. They know what they're doing. Then they try to blame you for listening to it. They're rapists, and they just try to find new and improved ways to rape and coerce women, especially poor black women. They do it on purpose. Those are all the facts, and these bitches are mad. They don't want nobody speaking on it or saying nothing about it. They gaslight, they stalk, they troll, they rape, they maim, they do whatever the fuck they... You know why? Because for 400 years, they were able to do this shit freely without any kind of laws being against the shit. So they still trying to do it to this day because they feel like they entitled. They feel like they're entitled to your body, your space, your fucking energy. They think that you don't have no autonomy. You have no right to consent. That's why most of the conversations you see on the internet with women talking about misogyny and sexism and racism, and not even just not racism. Let's scratch out racism, but mostly misogyny and sexism and patriarchy. It's mostly white women or lighter skinned women talking about it. You don't really see a lot of dark skinned women talking about it, and you especially don't see a lot of working class, middle class women talking about it. You mainly see these privileged ass bitches talking about it. Okay? Yeah, that's on purpose. Don't get it twisted for a second. It's on purpose. Okay? These bitches are getting mad again. These psychotic ass rapists are getting... They're getting in an uproar. Y'all see this in the chat? This is the stuff I'm talking about. You see that? Rapists. They're psychotic. These are the same demented ass. These are the fucking predecessors, the goddamn, you know what I'm saying? This is that long lineage of rapists, psychotic savages. It's like a cultural thing with them. It's like something that they just get off on and they do every century. They like having sexual control over poor women. Okay, this is a historical thing with men in general, just exploiting poor women, trying to keep women poor. But they do this more with black women, and they want that to be some kind of secret or something. You talk on it, then it's a problem. They gaslight and shadow ban your ass. I'm telling you, I know it because I see other races of women talking about this shit all the time, and it's not a problem. Okay, they go into the full history, the full context, the full all of this stuff about women's rights and women history with dealing with sexism, dealing with being disenfranchised and not allowed to have bank accounts and not allowed to do this, that, and the third. They allow these women to speak freely. When you're a middle class, working class black woman, they won't let you talk about that shit. They do this shit here. They start stalking you in the comments and banning your videos and trying to stop your videos from being seen and stop the conversation from being had. But then they want to prop up conversations with, the little black girls, singing Pound Town and make you look bad as a black woman, a poor black woman. Like you really responsible for the culture in which you was born in. You really don't have no control over these pieces of shit, the powers that be promoting certain images to you where that's the only images you're seeing. Like I said, they're trying to control my algorithm right now. They won't let me. They keep on recommending certain content to my ass, and they won't shut the fuck up in my chat room. They won't shut up. They just keep coming in here. I keep blocking their asses. And they keep coming back in here sexually stalking me. All of this is sexual, cyber stalking is what it is. They're doing this based on my race and gender. That's why they're sexually stalking me. Okay? If I was a privileged white woman, they wouldn't even fuck with me at all. Like, this is a psychotic. And look at these maniacs. They're rapists. Then these rapists gonna sit there and try to tell me that what I'm saying is not, everything I'm saying is facts that can be proven with numbers, data, and historical context. All you got to do is read about it. Slavery. I mean, we already know what that was. That was chattel slavery. They was trying to generate an economy with free labor, and that's what they're still doing with black women to this day. All they want you doing is free labor. That's all they care about. Okay, they want to sexually exploit the crap out of your ass, and they gaslight you about it. You speak on it, they're gonna gaslight. They're gonna stalk the fuck out of you and rape your ass in this chat room and won't shut the hell up. Yep. Okay. Okay, this obsessed, and then want you to romanticize that piece of shit ass. Nobody's romantic. Nobody wants to talk to you. You're over here stalking me when I don't want to talk to you. How you look, dumb bitch? Like, leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you. I ain't trying to talk to you. I'm not trying to have no dialogue. I'm completely fully aware of the situation at hand, and I know you're a threat to me and the enemy, and I'm not trying to be cool with you. Period. Like, at all. I don't want to be friends. We're not having a dialogue. We're not having a friendly debate or nothing, bitch. I want you out of my chat room, and I want you to leave me the fuck alone. Something that you're not going to do because you don't have a life. You're a rapist. You have a rapist mentality where you think you have autonomy over black women's bodies and mouth too. You think you're going to stop us from talking, and you think you're going to force us to find men attractive that we don't find attractive. And you think you're going to force us into motherhood when we don't want to be mothers. That's what you bitches think. That's what you think, but you got shit fucked up because it's a new time and a new day, and your tactics ain't working no more because black women are very intelligent now. They're waking up in droves. They know what's going on, and you're not going to do nothing about it because what the fuck can you do about it? Nothing. Just a rapist. Like, look at this rapist ass, primitive ass male in my comments. This rapist think he has a right to keep talking to me when I said I don't want to talk to him. He think he has a right to control my conversation that I'm having about my own issues and my own history, and he just won't leave me the fuck alone. A rapist. Completely psychotic. And this sick bitch, and understand this is a white male saying the stuff that he's saying. He said I should be jailed for what I'm saying. So they want to incarcerate black women for saying these things. They want to jail you and rape you and stop you from having any kind of autonomy or any kind of free speech. This is what they think. They think you need to be jailed for this. This is what he just said. Okay, so yeah, they're not above stalking and harassing you and trying to get you incarcerated because they don't like what you're saying because they're rapists and they think they have control over your thoughts and your body. This is what he really believed. But let me be a privileged white woman saying the same exact things. This bitch wouldn't even try it. And that's my point. He wouldn't even be talking to me right now. I told him to shut the fuck up and he would get out of here. You know why? Because when you belong to a certain class, you're protected. So stuff like this is not tolerated. Okay? Let you speak about certain groups of demographics of people on this network and you will be flagged down. Okay? You'll be flagged. Your ass will get a strike on your account and all of that. You understand? But let you be a black woman just speaking on your own autonomy, and then they'll try to say you need to be jailed, and then they'll shadow ban you, and they'll try to strike your account for that. Yeah, this is real life. I don't give a fuck because these bitches ain't gonna do shit in real life, so I really don't care. But yeah, they're psychotic. Okay, they gang stalk my channel all day, and as you black women can see, they're always recommending them horrible garbage ass manosphere videos to you when you don't want to watch them and you don't care about what these dudes are saying. So that's just the double standard. You know what I'm saying? That's the double standard of how they treat you for talking about your own autonomy versus how they treat Negro males, these ashy primitive beasts who are poor, who are just disgusting and violent and dangerous statistically to you. They let them say whatever the fuck they want to you and they encourage it and they get paid for doing it. So, yeah, a complete ass rapist with a whole rapist mentality. Anytime a man, you tell a man no and he keeps doing whatever he's doing, he's a rapist. Period. He thinks he has autonomy over your body. Like if you telling him to stop touching you and he keep touching you, or you telling him that you don't want to have sex and he keep having sex, trying to have sex with you, or if you tell him that you don't want to have sexual discussions with him and he keeps trying to force it, I mean, what other way can you conclude that behavior? Like, what other way can you define that behavior? That's clearly rape. That's what that is. I mean, it is just different levels to rape, but yeah, that would be a rapist uh, mentality. I mean, period. But they think it's. I mean, they're gonna keep talking, but I just want y'all to see that shit. I mean, I could block this piece of shit out of my chat room right now, but I'm not going to because I want you to see how psychotic this bitch is and how they try to gaslight you black women on all of your discussions about your own autonomy over your own body and your own history and how they allow other people to speak for you who are not in your situation. They don't want you speaking on your own issue and they try to force you to be quiet. Okay? My cyber stalking stuff that's illegal because cyber stalking is a real thing. It has a real definition and it's illegal, and they still are doing it because they think they have a right to. Just like raping them little girls and hypersexualizing children and doing all the little sick bitch shit they're doing is illegal. But when you're black, they allow these things to happen, just like they allowed it to be law for them to be able to do these things once upon a time. Okay, but they want you to forget about it. They want you to not talk about it. They want to act like this is a new day and new age and you don't have to deal with these things anymore. That's what the fuck they want. Yeah. So I want y'all black women to realize this because I mean these males will make you think that you're crazy as hell and thinking that they're a rapist and finding them threatening for doing this type of stuff. They'll try to make you think that you tripping over it. The stalking and sexual coercion and stalking that you're dealing with on YouTube and all on social media in general is not normal. It's dangerous. It's a threat to your life. It's a threat to your autonomy that you have legal right to. It's a threat to all of that. When they won't shut the hell up and leave you alone, you have a right to demand them to leave you alone. You have a right to not want to view certain content. You have a right to speak on your own issues. You have a right to your own autonomy. Okay? You do. You have a legal fucking right. You have a fucking birthright Okay? Anybody trying to infringe on that, it's a fucking problem. Y'all need to really take it seriously, period. It's just really that serious. So, and that's one of the main reasons why I'm still on this bitch. Because I'm going to be here. I mean, the fuck? I want these fucking bitches. I really want them to do what they really want to do, is what I want. Because they already, you know what I'm saying, went into the law and tried to stop you from having the rights to get an abortion, to have control over your own body. They want you to think it's about white women when I know it's not, because they stalk black women about our sexual autonomy more than any other women. So I know they target is us, but they trying to make it seem like it's not. Yeah, it is. I know what the fuck going on. So since they want to go that route, I feel like I want them to go even further, bitch. Go ahead and do what the fuck you really trying to do, so then we can really have a problem. Period. Period. Just like I want these Negroes to keep fucking trying me in these streets. Period. Period. The fuck? Oh, these people are psychotic. Okay, so I'm about to block BA because I'm tired of his fucking mouth. But yeah, um, yeah, they want to cover up history because they want to see, they want you black women to think of your enslavement as a past thing and not current. They want you to think that, oh, that was then. This is a happy time to be a black woman, and this is a wonderful time. Why they gaslight the fuck out of you about everything that's going on with your situation. They don't want you talking about it, but they want you to believe that, you know, that horror that you suffered, that your mother, foremothers suffered, okay, for all them hundreds of years. They want you to think that shit is over with, bitch. But they're still doing the same thing that they was doing to those women. Now they're doing it to you now. The same thing. This shit been going on. It's ongoing. That's why I said poor, working class and middle class black women are gaslit. That's my point. The same thing. It's only women of privilege who are not having to deal with these type of things. Women who are not of privilege, they're not. They're still dealing with the same misogyny, sex slave breeder, all of this crap. They're still dealing with the bulk of misogyny and patriarchy. Okay, the negative effects, the women who are disenfranchised, who are not privileged, okay, in society, they're still dealing with the same shit. But they want you to think that you're not, bitch. But I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to. So, and that's why they won't shut the fuck up. These white males keep coming in here. They won't shut up. They won't leave me alone. They won't stop talking to me. They think it's a rapist, like I told you, mentality they have. That's why they keep coming in here. They keep showing that we have control over the network. So if you block us, we still coming back. We might come back under different accounts, and we might do all of that, but we coming back in here. So you're not gonna stop us from talking to you and having control over the conversation, or trying to make you talk to us. But bitch, I'll keep blocking your stupid ass until you get tired. That's a possibility too, bitch. So waste your time if you want to. Hell yeah, they was gaslighting Big Mama. They was gaslighting Big Mama. They was gaslighting all of the slave black women. Like, you said something, they would punch you in your damn mouth. They probably, I mean, I'm pretty sure they hung black women like who were speaking up against the shit that was going on. I'm pretty sure they hung them on a damn tree and made all the black women watch. Like, this is what happened, and you keep running your mouth. If you don't do the free labor we told you to do, if you refuse to have sex with us, if you refuse this labor, if you refuse anything you doing, you trying to have any type of autonomy over your body, and try to control anything, you're going to get hung, boo. We gonna kill your ass. Period. Like, of course, you know they've been doing that for ages. The fuck? Yes, that's a historical fact. They've been, yes, they threaten death. Okay? Period. Yeah, black women have so much privilege. That's why your stalker ass is here and won't shut the fuck up when I told you to get the hell out of my damn chat room. That's how much privilege we have. That y'all keep trying to shadow ban my content, trying to stop black women from seeing my content. It won't shut the fuck up talking to me when I told you leave me the fuck alone. Leave me alone. Do it because I said so. Do it. I'm so privileged, so leave me the fuck alone because I just told you to. Period. Bye. Be gone. Stop talking. Stop making me have to block your ass over and over and over again, you crazy ass bitch. Period. Nobody's talking to you or about you. This conversation is about black women amongst black women. So get the fuck out of our conversations and leave us alone. Leave us the fuck alone. Damn. We don't I don't value marriage. I don't value Negro males. I don't value patriarchy. I don't value white men. I don't care what happens to them. I don't wish death on them. I just want them to get the fuck out of my face. Period. What's so hard about that? What's not processing? What's the problem? What is the fucking problem here? Okay? Accept what I just said and get the hell out of my face. I'm not going to make no comments glorifying the patriarchal system or glorifying white men, and I'm not going to make comments glorifying black males either. I'm not going to do that because I see things from a different perspective. And that's just the bottom line. I don't see them as nothing of any value to black women, period. Especially, I'm specifically talking about working class and middle class black women. I'm not talking about nobody else. I ain't talking about no upper class bitches. I ain't talking about nobody that's making no real money, got all the support. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about middle class and working class. So that's just my opinion. Get the fuck over it. Why don't you move on? Why won't you move on? Why won't you move on and shut the hell up? Look, this motherfucker just said people want to see blacks in a position above their abilities. They think you're a fucking animal. This motherfucker in here saying that you subhuman. Like you, only thing you can be is a breeder, a slave, a fucking Aunt Jemima. Even though you can be whatever the hell you want to, black women have proven that they can do a lot of things. So that's a lie. They try to shut you out of certain job markets because they want you to be poor and a breeder. They're trying to make you that. It ain't that you can't be an architect. It ain't because you can't, do what anybody does. You have this a lot of things. You can work on cars. You can fix up houses. You can do electrical work. You can do whatever the fuck you want to. They want you to think you can't though. But that's part of it. We know we're dealing with misogyny, sexism, and racism, right? So they would want you to think you can't do none of that shit because they want you just being a breeder, worker, slave. They want you they want you to being a caregiver, taking care of people, and being a fucking fat ass jamammy. And the fact is, they try to make you these things. It's not like that's what you want for yourself. They want you to want that, and they want you to be in those positions. So they try to create create a situation where you are forced into this labor. They do it on purpose. But you can do whatever the fuck you want to. These bitches just want you to think you can. Okay? Racist ass, misogynistic ass motherfuckers. Okay? Bitch, get the hell out of here and leave me the hell alone. I don't care about you. When I told you to leave, you need to fucking leave. Period. If I don't want to talk, I don't want to talk. I mean, that's just the bottom line. You see how they don't have any respect for your request as a black woman? They don't have respect for you simply requesting for them to leave you the F alone. They think they can just keep talking to you and keep trying to antagonize you when you don't want to talk to them. Period. Every black woman don't want to be a homemaker. Every black woman don't want to be married. Every black woman don't want to have no damn kids. Some black women want to be, they want to work. They just want to work. They would rather work and pay their own bills and be stress and drama free than to be a caregiver and taking care of kids who they can't really afford to take care of, who are living in really horrible conditions, especially working class, middle class, because that's who the fuck we're talking about. We're not talking about nobody else. We talking about working class, middle class black women, how it would make sense for them not to want to be a mother and just go out there and work and gain skills and gain some skill sets so they can use that to make some money. So they can be out of the hood, out of the projects, no kids that they have to take care of in the projects or in poverty, and they will be able to just take care of themselves and live comfortable. It's women that think like that. What's the fucking problem? Do they have a problem with black women having autonomy over their own body, having their own thought process about how they want to conduct themselves and live their own life? Do these fuckers have a problem with that? Is that why they always promote sexy red whores to you? Trying to make you think that's what you want is to be a fucking Jemima breeder beasts who stay pregnant all the goddamn time. This bitch just said you don't have no abilities to not to be anything other than that. Like some people just want to see black people as human beings who actually do what they want to do and gain skills and actually do whatever job they want to do. But black people don't have the ability to think that way. The fuck? This motherfucker just said that in my chat. Just a rapist. Like this some sickos, and the fact that they have this mentality is why you black women need to fucking leave this shit alone. Because if they really feel that way about your ass, they are a threat to you. Period. Like why they trying to control you and trying to make you a breeder slave? Why they trying to do that? Why they telling you that you shouldn't want to do no other job but be a breeder slave in working class? The fuck? But then this same bitch was in here trying to act like he was just in here to love everyone and spread the love. He literally said that out of his own mouth. Oh, I love you. I just want the best for you black women. Shut the fuck up, weirdo, and get the hell out of my chat room. You weird as hell. Okay? And a psychopath. Trying to dehumanize somebody and say you're spreading love. Like, who does that? I'm not debating nobody. I'm saying what the fuck I want to, and it just is what it is. You have to take what I say and then get the fuck out my face as I said so. That's how I'm playing my game. I don't need to debate anyone. If you're not gonna pay me no money to debate you, I'm not debating anyone unless you're gonna give me some money. Period. So if you ain't trying to pay up, then that's not gonna happen. I don't have time to waste on these primitive weirdos over the internet who are psychotic. I want $1,000 for the debate. So if it ain't $1,000, I'm not doing it. Yeah, we know these white males, you know what I'm saying, they're going to come for this conversation. Like, they're going to try to make everything look cute or whatever. And look, he just said I can't mute him if he pay. So you know he going to be trying to overtalk and say a whole bunch of dumbass shit and try to just mumble his way out of the conversation. Because that's what a lot of these motherfuckers on the internet do. They like do these debates and then they just overtalk and keep running their mouth trying to gaslight. He going to do exactly what I just told y'all they be doing. Like, period. No, you gonna have $1,000 or I'm not talking to your raggedy ass. That's how that's gonna work. I'm gonna get my money's worth. I don't waste my time with the likes of you. You understand? Unless I'm getting some real money that's gonna really, be worth the while. So if you're not gonna pay that $1,000, then it's not gonna happen. Cause you think you got me effed up if you think I'm gonna debate your raggedy ass and listen to your rhetoric in your mouth and your gaslighting tactics and over talking and all this crap that y'all like to do, and then think you gonna give me $25. Man, get your bitch ass. You see how he trying to exploit me for my labor right now? Like, he trying to exploit me for a debate. Like, actually wasting energy and time talking about something I really don't have to talk about, because my opinion is mine. I don't have to debate anyone. But he think that he not gonna give me Remy my money for wasting my time listening to his rhetoric. Boy, bye. I'm not giving you $5 million. I'm giving you shit, bitch. You gonna give me that $1,000 or you not getting nothing. Period. I don't know who you think you are. Like, are you crazy or something? I ain't about to sit here and waste no time with your crazy ass. You got me. Look, you can go get another black woman for that BS, but me, you gonna give me a good $1,000 to even hear your mouth. Period. That's the price range over here. Okay? That's the set price over here. You don't like it, go buy something else. Honey, it ain't never extreme to be going to you don't understand what I've dealt with. A lot of you black women don't understand the stuff that I have been dealing with in my personal life and on this internet for the last freaking decade. These fools have came for me on every level, and y'all don't understand that. So y'all be thinking I'm extreme, but I'm not extreme. It's just that I see things in a certain perspective, And because I see things the way I see it, people are harassing me for that. You understand? Because they want things to stay the way it is. They want to gaslight the crap out of black women, and they doing it on purpose. And I see all of the tactics to try to keep us in the position that we're in, and they doing it on purpose. And I know they doing it on purpose, and they know that I know they doing it on purpose. So they've been really effing with me for the last decade. They won't leave me the hell alone. I had so many accounts flagged down. And this is not just me. It ain't just me. Other black women know what I'm talking about. That's why they'll never say anything against my so-called extremism, because they know what I'm talking about. They deal with the same thing, with getting flagged down, getting sexually harassed, getting cyber stalked and forced into silence, and probably dealing with trauma in their real life with their daddy, their brother, they baby daddy, their husband. They probably been dealing with the same thing I was dealing with. So that's the point. Like, the hell, ain't nobody extreme. This is extreme. The way you being treated is extreme. This ain't no shit that need to be met with no damn loving and caring debate. Fuck that. Give me my $1,000. I ain't listening to your mouth. Like, fuck you. I don't owe you no conversation. I don't owe you no energy. I don't owe you shit. So that is what it is. Matter of fact, if they would have stalked me and trolled me and harassed me on the level they have, I probably wouldn't even think the way I think. They the one forced me into this whole mentality. And now these mother effers are mad because this is how I think. This is my thought process at this point. Period. Okay? They're mad about it. They have been harassed. I've been seeing all the shit they've been doing. Not just to me, but to other black female content creators on my same level. Okay? Which is why they start paying talking heads like some of the black females, that got like over 100,000 subscribers who talking about this kind of stuff. Those are talking heads. They start paying women to say certain, to say certain stuff. I'm telling you, because their solution is always the white man. You see how every black woman who's always saying that the solution is to date a white man, they're compromised, honey. They more than likely getting paid to say that shit. Okay, these women are come from privilege. They upper class. They not regular black women who are working class or middle class, who are spreading this propaganda on just going to find you a white man to date. They're doing this on purpose. That's why all of them have the same stupid ass talking points. None of them are ever saying anything other than the status quo. Oh, you don't like Daquan? Go to Brad. Like, it's the same narrative over and over and over again. It makes no sense, because every black woman don't want to be with a Brad. White women ain't coerced into doing shit. White women get to do whatever the fuck they want to because they're privileged. That's the whole point of being white. White women have privilege no matter what level they're on. It don't matter if they poor or rich. They have privilege to do whatever the fuck they want to do. They want to date, white women want to date black dudes. They not being coerced into doing shit. They want to. They like the glam and glitz of being with a black dude. They like the clout they get. They like the attention. They like feeling like they're prettier than black women, which is a lot of those women's insecurities and problems stem from their jealousy of black women. So being with a black dude is a come up for them. Okay, and ain't nobody coercing them to do shit. The fuck? And those white women don't have a problem with getting pregnant by a nigga because they want to get pregnant. White women want to get pregnant by a nigga. When they poor, they want to get pregnant by a nigga. They don't have no problem. Ain't nobody trying to force them into no pregnancy. Those women want to get pregnant. They want to have biracial kids, and they want to be a part of black culture, and they know that having black mixed race children gives them connection to the black community where they can be a part of it. Okay, so they want the biracial offspring. Ain't nobody coercing them to do shit. I don't even know why anybody would think that. Why would you think a white woman being forced to date a black dude? Like, hell no. That's a concerted effort, and they want to be with a white dude. Period. So yeah, that's why I don't care about Becky. I mean, I just don't care because, you know what I'm saying? Why would I care about white women for? Like, it ain't nothing to care about. They ain't nobody messing with them. They don't have no problems. They do what the hell they want to do. If they come over dating a black dude and they end up a poor single mother, that was because they made a choice to do that. They're giving consent. consenting to doing that. Nobody's making them do nothing. That's because when you dating a poor man, I don't care what race the man is. If he's poor, he gonna have certain traits that you don't like. Period. He's gonna more than likely be abusive because poor men usually are abusive. The hell, why would they be nice and caring and loving? They're poor. They don't have no money. They're exploiting you for your resources. They're exploiting you for your free labor. So why would they be nice to you? That's not a nice thing to do. If they poor, why would they even want to date when they're poor? Why would they even look for a woman to date if they don't have any money? So they basically they think you're supposed to just love them for them and help them out and sacrifice your life and your womb and your body to service their raggedy ass. It ain't giving you shit. Okay? This is what they believe. That's what a poor man believes. They entitled to your ass. Period. They ain't trying to give you nothing, and you supposed to love them just cause. You supposed to take all that abuse and sacrifice your entire life, your body, your well being, your health, physical health, mental health, all of that for the sake of his raggedy ass. Why you get nothing? Like, of course, no, you're gonna see those traits in every poor man that you get with, because that's their mentality. They ain't trying to do shit. That's why they poor. They wouldn't be poor if they really cared about money. If they cared about money and living in a certain lifestyle and having things and being, well, you know what I'm saying, being in a stable situation, they wouldn't be poor because they would be prioritizing money, wealth building, or trying to have some money. Okay? That's what they would be thinking. But if they poor, that means they don't give a fuck. Because remember, they're a male. They can go out there and work 10 damn jobs in one day if they fucking want to. Like, they can go out there and get 15 damn jobs. They're men. Okay, who the hell are mostly taking care of the kids? Not his ass. So why he can't go out there and make some money for? He has full ability to make whatever the hell money he want to make, especially if his ass is not disabled or something like that. You know what I'm saying? If his ass ain't disabled, he can go out there and work 1,000 jobs. It ain't no reason for his ass to be poor. So if he poor, he don't give a fuck. Just so that. And if he don't care about his own self and his own life and taking care of his own responsibilities, then you know he don't care about you. Ain't no way a fucking poor man who's a fucking poor loser who don't want to work and don't want to do shit. It ain't no way he cares about you. That's impossible for him to care about your ass. Like, he don't even care about his damn self. So that's clearly a situation where you're being used and abused. Because he's poor, he don't care about shit, but yet he wants you to be with him so he can suck you dry of anything you have to offer. While he don't give you shit. But they want you to romanticize those situations. Man, get that fucking shit out of my face. They just want poor women thinking that you have to settle for trash and you don't have a choice, and you really do have a choice because your choice could be celibacy and not to be married and just to build your own finances up by yourself. Since you can't depend on nobody else to keep you living comfortable. Since you can't depend on anyone else, and I don't give a fuck about proximity. I don't care about who the hell, what dating options you have. Fuck dating. If it's not going to be beneficial, you don't have to date. You don't have to require marriage or dating or nothing. It's too hard for you. You're middle class, working class. Too hard for you to get married. It's too hard for you to get a man to actually value marriage with you because he's a fucking poor bum. And that's all you have access to. So if you're dealing with that, then yeah, don't get married. Don't have children. It's the only thing to make logical sense. Then you can just pay all of your bills and level yourself up economically. Yeah. Okay, why these rapist ass males stop you from trying to climb up, to try to stop you from making money, to try to fuck with your resources because they want to force your ass into poverty and having them babies. And then you'll see the truth. Once you start being child free and as a middle class or working class black woman, once you try to do that, you're gonna see the attack, boo. You're gonna really know what the fuck you dealing with then. Why these bitches all right here trying to tell you that everything's fair and balanced, and you think the whole world is against you, trying to jet out, mind trick your ass like you don't know your own situation. Okay, well, try to be child free as a working class or a middle class black woman and level your finances up, and watch how everybody try to stop you from doing that. Watch what I tell you. Like, you even have, if you have so many middle class, upper class white women on the internet saying that they don't want children, okay, and they're telling you the reasons why they don't want any kids, then what the fuck sense do it make for a lower class woman who's poor for her to want kids? If those upper class women got the right to say no because of all the issues that it could cause, then poor women should be even more child free and wanting to be child free. That's how that should work, because they dealing with twice the issue. They dealing with more of that all of those problems being a problem for them than the middle class women. Okay, the middle class white women. All right, but even a lot of them don't want kids either. So you shouldn't want no damn kids if they don't. If they feel like they can't afford kids, then you can't. They come from wealth. They come from privilege. They come from middle class privilege, and they're white. They come from white privilege, and they don't want any kids. Damn, you're a whole white woman who has privilege, and you was able to, really apply yourself because of your situation, and you don't want any kids. Why would you not want any kids? There's nothing that bad that can make you not want any kids. The hell, like, you're good. You're white. You have white privilege. You have access to resources that other women who are disenfranchised more than you are, who they don't have no access to those resources. So how the hell you, with all of your resources, still don't want any kids? How? Why? Oh, it's a reason why. I fucking know the reason why. Even if I was middle class and I was them, I wouldn't want no kids either. If it's gonna keep me out of stress and drama and going economically, you know what I'm saying, where I can't live comfortable. Anything that's compromising my comfort, I would have a problem with that shit too. And if they don't have a large dating pool, because these white women who say that, I can tell by looking at them that they're not eligible for the certain type of white men that they would probably want. So that would probably be the reason why they say what they saying. Like, oh, I'm not settling for no lower class ass Brad when I'm a middle class white woman. Like, I'm not doing that, because that's gonna really fuck up my finances, and I'm gonna be living really uncomfortable. Don't ever let nobody hate on your ass because you don't have any kids. Okay? Don't ever let no one make you feel bad about the fact that you don't have any kids. Like, those people are miserable and they're psychotic. And in the black community, a lot of black women are miserable. They're psychotic. They're dealing with trauma and insanity, and they're constantly being bombarded with these images of getting a man and having and obsessing about having a big dog and all of this madness in a black ashy dysfunctional community. So they're coming for trauma for trying to make you feel bad about not having kids. That's where they're coming from. They don't know how it feels to live comfortable or what to even be living comfortable. They don't even know what that means to be comfortable. They came from poverty to, just being out there trying to figure out what they're gonna do for the rest of their life, and ended up being coerced into just being with some ashy nigga because he wanted to talk to her. Because she's taught that she don't have no value outside of that. So that's her mentality. So that's her mentality, that she gonna try to convince you, when you want to live comfortable, you want to live a certain lifestyle, you don't want to be living in trauma and living in this craziness. So she gonna try to convince you that you shouldn't be wanting all of these things because she didn't do that for herself. Okay, so don't listen to her or him or whoever's saying it, because mostly that's what it is. The black dudes just want to have power. They just want to feel like they have autonomy over your body, and they have control over your thought process. So a lot of them just tell you should have kids because they want control, and they know that you having kids means you you having kids means that you're going to be a resource to them. So that's their mentality behind that shit. It's like, oh, if you have my kids, then I'm gonna be able to use you as I see fit and trap your ass. So I'm going to definitely be encouraging you to have those kids because, yeah, that benefits myself. So, yeah, never trust a Negro that's telling you that shit. Period. Motive is them niggas are leeches and they don't give a fuck about y'all. Period. Because most of them hate kids and they're not even mentally equipped to even raise any children properly. So why would they don't even care. These niggas completely don't have no self. Um, they don't see nothing wrong with themselves. They're not aware of their any kind of issues they have. They're completely narcissistic sociopaths. So they think that they're good. Like that they operate like animals or something because they don't see them having a problem. They don't think they should be financially stable before they get a woman pregnant. They don't see themselves as having a mental health issue or nothing. They don't really look at themselves in any kind of way to give a fuck about, how they are. You know what I'm saying? So they don't care nothing about kids. If you can't even, if you're not even self-aware, there's no way in hell that you could possibly be a good parent. Because if you do abusive ass shit and you don't even see yourself as a problem or see the bad things that you do, then you would be a horrible parent. You're a narcissist. Like, you don't need any kids, period. Most of these Negroes are narcissists, period. They don't think anything is wrong with them. They don't think anything is wrong with their fucked up behavior. And they'll keep doing the same shit. And that's why black women opt out of fucking with these roaches, because they act subhuman, like something's wrong with them. You keep telling them that they need to stop doing this, doing that, whatever. It's like dealing with a whole retard or, you know what I'm saying, a child, a baby or something that you have to keep looking after because they won't look after themselves. And those are the facts. That's how they act. You know what I'm saying? And it's too much stress to have to deal with as a woman. That's the only reason why they had those statistics about men living longer when they have a woman with them or something. That's why they act primitive and animalistic, like something is really wrong with their ass. They won't do the basic of things to help themselves out or to take care of themselves. They want you to completely. They get with a woman and want her completely to do everything. And it's pathetic. Nobody want to deal with that shit. All women are going through that shit, asshole. That's why the hell is statistics that prove that women are taking care of these households on their own, even with men there. So what are you talking about, you fucking dummy? Like, stop trying to play somebody. You only playing yourself. These males are trash, and that's why women don't want to fuck with you. Like, you can try to act like it's exclusive to certain women. No, the hell it's not. And I am specifically talking about working class, middle class black women. So yeah, they would be the ones suffering from that most of all because they're in poverty. So clearly they don't have any males that's helping them get out of poverty or stay out of poverty. So yeah, bitch, what is your point? Why you always trying to play somebody? They always on here trying to play somebody. That's all they ever do is trying to play somebody. Okay? Now all middle class, working class black women are going through the exact same shit. It ain't no exceptions. They all going through the same fucking thing, which is why they working class. They wouldn't be working class if they had men building up their finances, now would they? So yeah, you can't never say that working class or middle class black women are having different experiences, because they're not. They still fucking poor, especially when they get pregnant. So yeah, don't ever listen to these roaches on the internet. They some fucking cockroaches. All they do is try to gaslight the hell. That's a gaslighting tactic in itself. when somebody says, "Oh yeah, that's just you," or something like that. Like they try to be funny. No, that's the majority of black women who are working class and who are middle class. Actually, they all dealing with the exact same thing. They have the same dating pool, so they don't have no different dating pool than each other. They all dating the same men who are working class and poor. So yeah, yeah. Try another. Yep, a baby that never grows up and is violent on top of that. Exactly. You dealing with a. It's just like dealing with a son. And that's what a lot of black women deal with their sons. They have to take care of those male offspring most of their lives. They don't usually have a time where the black male offspring comes back and actually take care of them. They either get put in a nursing home or the female children end up taking care of the mother. Because his ass ain't gonna do shit. We all know that. I mean, it happens. I'm not gonna say that's 100% of the time, but it's the majority of the time. It's the female children that's going to help the mother out when she's elderly or when she's sick or something. It's not going to be the male children. Period. They can't even take care of their own damn households, and they can't even take care of themselves. So yeah, and it's just the truth. Like black women are giving birth to these males who don't benefit them. Most women who give birth to males, those males grow up to benefit them, and that's why they have them. That's why they encourage and implore having babies. Okay, male or female, they have a purpose to serve. They are continuing the legacy. They are growing up to be doctors, growing up to be people that help the community, that built the community, who are service and help. Okay, that would be the reason why you would have kids or you have male children. It wouldn't be this so they can suck your ass the energy out of you and leave you in the poverty and not help you at all. Like what the hell? That's really what we having kids for. That's what we having sons for. The hell? Like I don't want to be part of that retarded shit. I've been seeing that as black women's mentality. They don't even. A lot of black women who have these sons, they don't have no plan for those boys. Like they really just got pregnant because they was trying to keep an ashy nigga with them, and that's the truth. And I'm talking about middle class and working class. I ain't talking about no other group right now. I'm talking about just specifically that demographic. They be having kids for the wrong ass reasons, and it don't be making no sense. Okay, they don't have no plan. They don't understand. They don't even care statistically that those boys gonna end up in jail or they gonna end up dead. You know what I'm saying? They gonna end up. They gonna be a trauma and a burden on you. Period. That's just a statistical fact. Being a poor single mother is the dumbest thing to be. Like, why the hell would you encourage that for yourself? That's stupid as hell. You can't possibly think them sons gonna grow up and be productive. No, they're not. Not if you're a poor single mother. Okay? Period. They gonna grow up and be fucked up. And why would you want that for your son? I wouldn't want my son to be fucked up. If I know that I'm in a situation and I know that my son gonna have a high percent chance of not being successful in life and resenting me for giving birth to him because I put him in a situation where he really didn't have a chance in hell, why would I do that? That's how you know black women ain't thinking right. Because why would you do that? You wouldn't do that if you could foresee, your son life being a problem, having all these kind of issues. Why would you want to then have him? Are you intentionally doing that? I think a lot of Negro males feel that way, and they just don't know how to articulate it. But that's what they really be feeling against their mothers. They like, damn, you knew my daddy wasn't shit. You knew that, you know what I'm saying. You was living in the projects, or you was living in serious conditions, dangerous environment, and you had a baby anyway, so you must not give a fuck about yourself at all. You must not cared about me at all. I mean, and they kind of have a point. You can't really, be mad because they really do have a point. You can be mad because you gave birth to them and you feel like, okay, well, at least you're alive. At least you was able to live. At least I'm doing the best I can. But nobody cares. Children in general don't care about that. They don't give a fuck about your trauma. They're not supposed to care. They're your kids. You're supposed to care about their trauma. They're not supposed to care about yours. That's just how that works. You're supposed to be is stable and well and as healthy as possible when you have kids so they can benefit from that. They don't care that you grew up a certain type of way or whatever your circumstances was, why you didn't graduate or why you did graduate and didn't go on to college, or why you went to college and you couldn't find a job, or you had to sacrifice a lot because you had to raise them. They don't give a damn. They're not supposed to care. They just know that they're in a situation where life isn't fair and they're miserable as hell, and they been dealing with a miserable parent who is mad all the time and miserable because they're struggling. They don't care about what the ends of that. They don't give a fuck. They might grow up and make little songs and shit and glorify their mother or whatever, but really they resent you. They resent you. And they resent your decisions. Period. They do. They gonna grow up and really resent you, and they really have a right because you could have said no. You could have said nah. You ain't. I don't want to date you. Or you could have said nah. I'm good. You Negroes ain't up to par. Sorry. Bye bye. Fuck out my face. You want to go trap another woman into having your kids? Go trap her because you ain't trapping me. So take your shit to the next bitch because it's not happening here. You don't have enough money. You don't have enough sense for me to talk to you. You're not messing up my son's life. You're not messing up my daughter's life. Sorry. Bye. You can really say that. Period. And if you say that, your kids will love you forever for saying that you took a stand. You took a stand. You stood on business. You said, no, you're not ruining my child's life. The hell? I'm going to school. I'm going to assert myself. I'm not going to have my kids out here starving and hungry and struggling the past their grades and stuff, having all this emotional distress, going to a predominantly black school where it's a whole bunch of mess that be going on up in there. Like, you got to care about that shit. You just do. Especially nowadays, shit is worse now than it ever has been. And then on top of that, think about this, black women. You don't even know what type of kids you're going to have. You can have a kid that's disabled. You do not know. You are given children through the grace of God, but you do not know what kind of kids you're going to have. So just imagine dealing with all that trauma, plus your child is disabled or something. That can happen. You have to prepare to have children who are disabled because you don't know what type of child you're going to get. You can eat healthy and do whatever you want to, but you don't know how your child going to come out. And you have to care about that kind of stuff too. You being a single mother with a disabled child and the daddy ain't ish. You know what I'm saying? That's terrible. You can't just have kids freely. You can't just do that. You ain't in a position to do that. White women are in a position to do that because they have privilege. They come from privilege and they come from support. Okay, so they can make the little decisions, make bad decisions or whatever on who they get with. But you black women are not in a position to do that. That's trauma. That's trauma on trauma. That's the worst situation to be in when you don't have no support and you raising kids. Them poor kids. Think about the kids. They getting raped, molested, abused. Why would they want a life of trauma like that? That's not godly. That's not good. That's bad. So that's what I'm saying. Like, and even if you don't have a disabled child, you have to factor in that a lot of Negro males are naturally disabled mentally. They like mentally handicapped, and I'm sorry. I mean, I ain't sorry because it's the truth. It's not. You know what I'm saying? They have a disability, man. I don't care what nobody say. A lot of them have mental health issues, real bad ones, and it's just I don't know. I don't want to say it's biological, but it might be. I don't know. It's something wrong with them mentally. You just gotta sometimes look at somebody and look at a group of people and be like, something ain't right. And it's something ain't right about the Negro. It's something wrong with him. That I don't even think that he has the ability to help himself. Something wrong with them. And you causing a lot of trauma when you keep having kids with them when you know something is wrong with them. They are slow. They delayed. They like mentally delayed or slow or something. It's something wrong with them. They always resort into really stupid ass behave, primitive behaviors when they don't have everything they need. They can't. It's like they can't survive. Like they don't know how to navigate life unless they're privileged. Like you got to pamper the crap out of them in order for them to be sufficient, self-sufficient. It's something wrong with them. I'm sorry, it is. I mean, it could be the fact that they don't see other men taking care of stuff, and that's just they're picking up on behavior patterns. But they at least see. I can't even say that because they see their mamas taking care of stuff. Even if they don't have a man in their life doing what they're supposed to do, they still have a mom. They see people taking care, like trying to stay employed or caring about their finances, caring about taking care of stuff. Like they see women doing it. Okay, even if they don't see a lot of men doing it, it still don't affect them. It don't help them. Just like black women and black men growing up in the same household with the same under the same conditions, and then black women still end up being more successful than a brother. It don't make no sense. Why is that? That shit don't make no sense to me. Unless it's something delayed about the Negro, it's something wrong with him. It's like they don't want to talk about this, or they don't want to they don't want to try to get to the root of the problem. Like something is wrong with them and they need to be diagnosed with something. And if they do need to be diagnosed, then you really don't need to be having children with mentally handicapped men, because that's just like having children with a disabled person. Sometimes when you disabled, if you're disabled, you probably don't need to be having no kids. And I'm sorry, but that's just how I feel, because that's just how I feel. Just like on Forrest Gump. Remember Forrest Gump had a disability, but his son came out normal. My thing is with stuff like that, in the white community, things are completely entirely different. Because, I mean, it's just the cultural mindset is different. The behavior is different. The support levels are different in the white community. So I feel like disabled people can have kids in the white community because they ain't under the same conditions. But if you have a community of disabled people and they end up being violent because of their disability, Negroes are violent because of their disability. Like whatever the fuck is wrong with them mentally, they cause them to get violent. So therefore, they don't need to be having no kids because they don't know how to be disabled without being violent and attacking people. Period. So that's a problem. And if you have a son with the same kind of issue, you know what I'm saying, he gonna develop them same issues as his father. Like if his father is disabled, mentally handicapped, and he has those problems, then you're gonna be really dealing with a really dangerous ass male in your house. Okay, which is your son. He gonna be okay. I mean, shit. A lot of black women dealing with that. They getting killed and they getting abused in their own house by their own son, dealing with this madness. These Negroes ain't trying to self-correct, and I don't think they have the ability to, because based on the shit they doing on the internet and their overall response to this gender war stuff and all this stuff, they won't take no accountability. They're not trying to self-correct. They don't want to better themselves. So they're just trying to perpetuate a fucking problem. And the fact that they want to intentionally perpetuate a problem is a fucking problem for me. Because I see something real diabolical and psychotic. You dealing black males, that's why I said they sociopathic and psychotic. That is my clinical diagnosis for what I think is wrong with Negroes. That's not no fact. That didn't come from no damn studies or nothing like that. Excuse me, nothing like that. That came from me and my observation. I believe that they're antisocial and they are psychotic. Like they're antisocial and they're sociopathic, narcissists or psychopaths. That's how they act. They don't have the ability to reason, to rationalize, to sympathize. They lack empathy. They lack self-awareness. It's something wrong with them. They're psychotic. And I noticed with a lot of them, and even with these little teenage boys, I be looking at them and I feel like, yeah, I'm right on the money, because I just see their antisocial behavior. It's something wrong with these dudes. They antisocial as hell. They weird acting. They be doing the weirdest stuff I be seeing them doing. Like the way they talk and act, and they gestures and mannerisms and stuff. They seem real odd. They not outgoing. They not ambitious. They not outspoken. They not energetic. They just effed up. Then they get with white women and try to act like the shit changed. No, it didn't. You still a sociopath. You just with a white woman. They antisocial behavior doesn't matter who they with. They just use that as a that's a part of their narcissism too. That's what we dealing with. That's why I'm saying they narcissistic, sociopathic, because them using white women as a goddamn tool or a weapon against black women is a part of their narcissism. They really like tormenting black women using white women and shit on some weird sadistic ass stuff. Like it's something wrong with them because you don't see no other male group doing that shit like that. Like weaponizing other races of women against their own female group. You only see Negroes doing that shit on a high level, and I feel like that's part of their mental sociopathic behavior. Period. It's psychotic. They act like it's not normal. If the fuck it was normal, the other group of men would be doing the same shit. You don't see them doing that because there's something wrong with your weird ass. You a fucking weirdo. Okay? They always see a black woman minding her damn business. They want to go start harassing her ass for no reason, using some white woman and trying to get on her nerves. Like, this shit is not normal, y'all. The hell? They sociopathic as hell. They think that's the way it's like tormenting black women, and this is the part of their antisocial psychotic behavior is not having empathy for black women. So they love terrorizing black women. They love terrorizing the shit out of black women. They do. I think they get some kind of self-gratification or some kind of amusement or thrill out of harassing black women. Like it makes them feel good, and that's very anti-sociopathic to have no empathy at all and really get joy out of terrorizing people. It's just like, you know what I'm saying, the so because a part of, if you read about, you know, antisocial psychotic behavior, a lot of the symptoms are them as children. The people that have this disorder as children, they just don't they don't empathize with anything, so they like to torture like animals and shit. Like they like to kill them and torture them and watch them in pain, and they get some kind of gratification out of that. If you look at the Negro, he does the same thing with black women. So black women can be psychotic, but are they is the question. And if you look at black women's overall behavior, clearly they're not psychotic because they empathize, they have empathy, and they have the ability to reason. Like they don't like torturing anyone. Like if you do see a black woman who like torturing, she's like antisocial, and so you know she is antisocial and weird, and she like to torture things and be mean as hell. Not even just mean as hell, because it's not about being mean. It's like it's a psychotic symptom. So not her just being mean, but she like to torture things, and she don't have a real personality. Negroes don't have a real personality. That's what make them anti-sociopathic, because that's a part of the trait. They not having a personality. I don't see a lot of black women who don't have a personality, who just like torturing stuff and lack empathy. Now there are black women who are like that, but those black women, they usually get incarcerated. Like it's black women like that, but what you will notice is they abuse the crap out of their kids. They completely don't empathize with their own children. They treat them like garbage. They don't feed them. They'll either feed their child, starve their child to death, or they always think they're not wrong for nothing. Like they think that they just don't have no responsibilities. Nothing applies to them. That they can just do whatever the fuck they want to. And that's usually the trait of a psychotic black woman, you know. But you do see them. I don't care if it's not I don't care if it's not gender specific or not. What I notice is that a lot of Negroes are sociopathic and psychotic. Period. I don't give a fuck if you say it's not a gender thing. I don't see as many black women who I observe. Are black women torturing Negroes for no reason? Are black women sociopathic and empathetic towards black males and torturing the fuck out of them and trying to force them into some kind of damn relationships or force them into something? I don't see black women doing any problematic behavior on the same level that I see Negro males doing it. So you can say it's not gender specific all the fuck you want to. I don't care. Do I give a damn? No, I don't. I know what I see with my own two damn eyes, period. And black women don't be acting like these Negroes. They don't do this type of shit that these Negroes are doing. This fucking and black women are, they Negroes are violent and they killing black women every 5 hours. It's statistics that back up their sociopathic, psychotic behavior more than black women don't have no. We're not doing the same thing on the same level. So you can say it's not gender specific. It doesn't matter. That's not a talking point, and that's not a because these males are psychotic. That's what I'm saying. That's a part of their narcissism is always deflecting the women. Oh well, women can do this too. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter. Like your argument it doesn't matter because we talking about Negro males. That's what we talking about. So you trying to bring up black women when black women are taking care of their kids for the most part. It ain't a lot of black women who are just throwing their kids in the garbage and walking off. If black women were sociopathic and psychotic, they would be doing that in droves. They'll be throwing their kids in the garbage and just walking on about their damn business, putting their sunshades on and eating the ice cream. Because really, under the condition that black women are in, they should be anti-social and psychotic. It makes sense for them to be that way because they don't have no empathy being given to their ass on any kind of level. So if you don't have no empathy and no kind of nobody cares about you and you treat it like an animal, you would become psychotic because of that. That would make sense that you would just be throwing your kids in the trash and saying you don't want shit to do with them. I don't give a fuck if it's a statistic or not. I'm not about to debate you on none of that shit. Black males are antisocial and psychotic, and it's very prevalent in them more than anybody else in the black community. And you can look at their overall behavior, and you're able to see that demonstrated by their actual behavior. Them constantly harassing, stalking, trolling, doxing, humiliating black women on a regular, and having no empathy by doing it. They're psychotic. All of those are sociopathic, antisocial, psychotic behaviors. All of it. Period. It's not normal. It's not to be glorified, normalized. It's not normal. These males are mentally delayed and they have a high percent chance of being incarcerated, going to jail, not completing school, what I'm saying, just being a nuisance on society and costing the US economy $50 billion a year for just being employed and staying unemployed, not giving a damn. So you actually have raw data and numbers to back up all of this. So it's clear that they're psychotic. It ain't no other way to to justify or even explain this phenomenon of these Negroes. Okay, and these white people, they have a vested interest in you procreating with these males so they can exploit you. So they wouldn't give a fuck about black males' antisocial psychotic behavior. So you're not going to look at these systems that's in place to keep black people oppressed. You're not going to be looking to them to handle this problem, this major issue with Negro males in their mental health. They're not going to care. They're not going to do shit. And then what they're going to do is do what they've been doing, which is trying to blame you black women for every fucking thing that goes wrong in the black community, because that's what everybody does. Oh, you didn't raise him right. Oh, you didn't love him enough. What if you're dealing with an antisocial, psychotic ass son? Okay, that's a complete maniac. You can't love him out of his behavior. He's mentally insane. Okay, so yeah, but they want you to believe it's some kind of love or some kind of support you can give when you giving everything you have, because you don't really have nothing. And like I said, we're specifically talking about working class, middle class. We ain't talking about nobody else. You don't have the resources to really deal with that male child, like, or a mental health problem like somebody else would. So the fact they think that you are the problem is them being sociopathic and psychotic as well. You're not the problem, period. So yeah, these Negroes walk around full blown maniacs, and that's why they so violent. That's why they killing the shit out of the community, killing the kids and the women. And then, anyway, this is what the hell happened. Okay, y'all. So just keep that shit in mind, because you need to keep it in mind. All right. So, um, yeah, people make black women a scapegoat on purpose. That is a deflection tactic. That is a gaslighting tactic. Is telling you that you can do better as a mother, and all of these issues that I just mentioned are just your problem. And if you do better as a mother, then it won't nothing bad happen. Like you'll just it's you. Change your behavior as a black woman, and that's how you're dehumanized. You're not allowed as a black woman to have mental health issues. A lot of black women do suffer from mental health issues. They come from fucking slavery. It makes sense that a lot of black women have generational trauma. Like if your foremothers were raped for hundreds of years and that's all they know, why wouldn't that affect your psyche and your daughters as well? Especially if they're being conditioned to be hypersexual by the media who's perpetuating the shit. Why wouldn't you be mentally affected by that? Why would you just be normal? And you being disenfranchised economically, racially, discriminated against. I mean, come on now. You dealing with a lot of shit. You dealing with you devil marginalized by race and gender. So you wouldn't be normal. You wouldn't be in a healthy, mentally healthy, well space at all. They don't give a fuck though. They'll gaslight the crap out of that. Cause you should have did better. You should have been a better mother. You're not allowed to be mentally ill. Black women are just like with Amanda Seals when she said that she was on the spectrum of autism. And look at how they treated her. They questioned whether that shit was even true. She could have very well. Why couldn't she be artistic? I mean, she's a human being, right? So why was the first initial reaction is no, ain't nothing wrong with her. That's how they treat black women. And I don't give a fuck if it's little girls or even grown women. If it's a little girl or a grown woman, they treat all of us the same. So little black girls they're not allowed to be mentally unwell either or mentally ill. They're not allowed to do that. They got to be well all the time and be these fucking career goal oriented black women who are trying to get it out the mud and raise their whole kids in poverty and get them out of poverty by their damn self. And that's what we are trained to believe that's what we supposed to be doing, how we supposed to be thinking. Mental health is not even it's not even thought of or talked about. You don't have a right to be mentally ill as a black woman. They'll come for your ass. Like let you be crazy. You know how many black women who are showing clear symptoms of psychotic antisocial psychotic behavior and they were ignored and then they ended up killing their damn kids. You see that shit all the time, like them black women who putting their fucking infants in the goddamn microwave and stupid shit like that. I see that stuff all the time. Like these black women are clearly insane. Like they was suffering for a long time, having mental health issues, and they was just ignored. So they ended up killing the kids. And now everybody in the comments, oh my god, what a terrible mother. Bitch, that bitch crazy as hell. She bad shit. That damn woman's brain is some fucking fried eggs. Like, what the hell is you talking about? She's crazy. Like, they probably, and then niggas don't care. So if she with a dude, they're antisocial and psychotic themselves, right? So they're not gonna care about her mental health. They probably gonna tell her to go eat some peanuts or some shit if she's stressed out, because they don't give a damn. So what the hell do they care? They not about to help her. So yeah, she probably was seen losing her mind completely, and nobody cared. Nobody helped her. Nobody gave a fuck, because that's how people really feel about poor black women. Most of those women are poor. Like if you look at those videos of black women killing their kids, they're poor. They're consistently poor. You know why? Because I'm pretty sure that's the majority of demographic of black women who kill their kids are the poor ones. Why would it be the middle class or the upper class black women? Where they are middle class, I consider middle class poor. But anyway, them upper class black women, why would they kill their kids? They have many resources. So if they're going psychotic, more than likely people going around them and be like, oh, this bitch crazy, and they gonna get some help. So yeah, people treat black women in general like shit. It don't matter if we're mentally ill or not. They treat us like hot garbage because they don't like us and they don't give a fuck, and they see us as free labor. Everybody see us as a money quick money grab, something to exploit, to use for money for their own personal gain. That's how people see black women. So when black women are in trauma, they only give a fuck about your trauma when your birth rates decline. Soon as some shit happening where you're not giving birth or you doing something that's gonna affect their money, then they want to take care all of a fucking sudden. They didn't give a fuck before, but now they care. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all for their own benefit. They don't give a fuck about you. Like I told you, they was blocking comments. Like when I'm saying, every time I see one of those videos of a black woman dealing with some crazy shit on the internet, I'll just put in the comments like, don't give birth, black women, whatever. they'll block the comment. They will stop me from saying that. I'll go back and the shit disappeared. I'm like, what the fuck? Why do you, what? Do y'all not see this video? What the hell y'all talking about? Why I can't say that? But then in the comments, what's funny is in the comments they'll bash the shit out of it. But whatever the black woman, whatever the issue is, they'll blame black women for it. And they'll be in the comments consistently making black women the problem. Say that you black women, you need to raise your sons right. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to do that. You need to stop doing this. They'll stalk these black women in the comments talking all this big shit. But then when you say, oh, black women stop giving birth, then they have a problem with that. This is how obsessed and psychotically obsessed these people are with you. Like they live to talk shit about you. They live to bash you. They live to harass you on the internet. There's something wrong with these motherfuckers. They really need to go get some help for real. They really are more antisocial, sociopathic and psychotic than any people I've ever seen. Cause they really obsessed with you. Like, I mean, it's crazy. It's a obsession. It's like non-stop comments. Like they always in black women's spaces and want to shut the fuck up. And I'm glad I see that a lot of black women are seeing those comments, because what I noticed is that a lot of black women ain't responding to that shit. Back in the day, I would see black women responding and trying to make an argument, but then nowadays, I'll see black women either agreeing to what these people are saying or they just ain't saying shit. So that's letting me know that black women are they being mentally programmed to accept this shit. And I hope either my hope would be that they would stop having kids and stop dealing with these motherfuckers, these abusive sociopathic maniacs, and just stop existing, stop trying to exist, stop trying to fight an endless war, just leave shit alone. That's what would be what I hope happened. And because I feel like the black women who agree with those fucked up comments, it's always blaming black women for everything. I'm like, yeah, they probably internalized, like, they have internalized hate. More than likely, they'll dissociate from themselves and not want to be black, or not want to be black or female. Because if they really agree with bashing the shit out of a black woman, it's clearly psychologically impaired, and they don't care, and they don't have no empathy for that black woman. More than likely, those motherfuckers are they don't want to be black or female, or they just dissociate themselves from the situation, which is good. Like, don't have any kids with black men, don't be a part of the black community, get out, and we good. Like, because that's how I feel about black women who do that. I'm like, you see the situation, you know what the real deal is, but you ain't gonna tell the truth because you want to be on the good side, and the good side is the side who hates your guts. So you know that you agreeing with these people because you want social acceptance. So okay, well, that'll end your ass. Like, I feel like that's not a good thing. Or it is technically a good thing, because she probably don't want shit to do with black people, and she shouldn't. Yeah, we get treated like I said. Yeah, black women who are any black woman, any kind of social disability that affects their social skills, black women are allowed to have disabilities that affect their social um, behavior. Okay, but they won't let black women have those problems. Because if your ass have any kind, if you don't want to talk to people because you just don't want to, they'll harass you for that. If you yell a lot and you're hyper emotional, you can't do that. Like, think about how dehumanizing that shit is, especially with these fucking males. I always talk about black women too loud to this. You being a human is a problem to these bitches. You understand? Like, you can have all kinds of trauma and problems going on. You should just have a socio, disability or something. And they don't care. It's like you're not allowed to be disabled. I don't know why. That's one of the number one reasons why you black women need to stay away from these motherfucking males and not even consider marriage. Because if you're not allowed to be a human being in your own relationship, why would you ever consent to being in a situation like that? These fucking sociopathic, psychotic ass black males will pick your ass apart. These motherfuckers are full-blown narcissists, psychopaths, completely insane, don't have no skill, no good skill, no social skills at all. They fucked up. But then you have to be You are not allowed to have any of those problems. They don't care how crazy they are. You know what I'm saying? All black males are not like that. But what I've known, what I've seen growing up, a lot of them are like that. Especially the ones that make a certain amount of money. It don't matter how crazy and psychotic and abusive and demented a Negro is. If he has some money, he's gonna act like he's perfect and he don't have no flaws. And if you come in his relationship with a flaw, he gonna pick that shit apart and destroy you over it. It don't matter if he should be able to, you know what I'm saying, sympathize and empathize with your situation because he's antisocial and fucked up in the head too. But he don't care. He's gonna pick your ass apart. That's what they do all day on the internet. These dudes are poor. They have no social skills. They're they have a lot of problems and they still pick away women like, bitch, get your ass out of here. And I don't care. Women or black women are allowed to have problems too. So I don't give a fuck what they talking about. Like that's why I don't care about the shit they be saying. Bitch, fuck you. Stay out my face and out my way. Period. I don't want to impress you. I don't care about. I will go against these motherfuckers. Mean nothing to me. You understand? I don't give a damn about these dudes at all. I will never be on their side. I'll never side with these motherfuckers. Okay? I won't do it. They're abusive as hell. Just imagine if they have a black female daughter that has a disability or something. They're gonna treat her like utter garbage. It's sad to think about, ain't it? How often do children develop disabilities? Like, you gotta look at the stats on that. So if they have a disabled daughter who has a problem, they gonna dog walk her ass on the highest level. Like, she gonna be completely abused, and that's sad. Just like Amanda, when they said, when Shannon Sharp told her, oh, you was just mouthing, you was just running your mouth. She was trying to say she has a problem with, you know, responding to certain things. That's what she was basically trying to say with that situation, where she was seeing an outright racist say some racist shit, and she just couldn't help herself but to respond to that in the way that she did. Because sometimes you can have a problem with just, you know what I'm saying, the way you express yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because of trauma. It could be any reason. Maybe you have Tourette's. Something could be wrong with you. He didn't give a fuck. Stay in your place. The fuck? You better act perfect at all times. You better not ever be mad that we gonna kill you. Basically, you deserve abuse for that shit. Like, she deserved to sit there and deal with a fucking racist ass maniac because she responded to them and actually corrected them on something they said that was very, very racist and disrespectful. And because she did that, you know, she deserved abuse. She deserved to keep dealing with that motherfucking racist. I did notice a lot of things about the Amanda thing that I skipped over because the main thing to me was the whole colorism thing. That shit kind of irked me. And I ain't like how Amanda came for, what's his name? And how those women are always coming for black women when black women don't defend them. And black women don't get no defense at all in life, but we're expected to defend everyone. So that was my main concern. That's why I stuck on that. But it was a lot of other shit that I thought was fucked up, like what I just said. Because whatever, black women are not allowed to be human. You're not allowed to have no emotion. You're not allowed to be disabled. You're not allowed to have a bad day. You're not allowed to get a break from your kids. Everything make you a bad mother. You have to be perfect. You have to do everything right. And yeah, don't have any fucking kids. That's just the bottom line, period. Because you're not perfect and you're not living in a perfect situation. You're living amongst savages and psychos. That's what you have to contend with. Males who are mentally disabled, psychotic, and don't want to get no help. That's what you're really dealing with. And they expect you to be perfect mothers and be wonderful, do everything perfectly the first fucking time and never have no problem. Miss me with the bullshit and get the hell on out of here. And don't have shit to do with me because I will fuck you up. Period. I'll cash in my crazy card that day. So, yes, y'all. That's all I wanted to say. I'm about to go ahead and get off of here. I hope y'all enjoyed this live. And yeah, really take into consideration what I said. I think I pretty much said everything I wanted to say this time without allowing them trolls to get on my nerves. So, yeah, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this live, and I'll see y'all later.